I'm in the home of the Clemson where niggas is killing, so don't be a victim. If you're going against them, you'll be bringing your team in the Death Valley like you're going to play Clemson. I'm running with henchmen with an arsenal of artillery. See, automatically you all can get it if you with me. I'm rap royalty, kingpin of the ink pen. I'm a legend and rhyme far ahead of my time. I went crazy. I went crazy on there with the control verse. Oh God, Kendrick made me go left.
I think I got the button, bro. I know I got that yoga flame somewhere in this thing.
Yeah. See, they probably think, well, they know I can rap, but they don't really know the extent to it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I was live.
Nah, you weren't live.
I swear I was live. They heard the whole thing.
Like that?
Yeah, Snooky.
You snuck me like that.
Hit the live button.
Did the whole thing, man.
Hit the live button on you, bro. Oh, you thought you were just behind the scenes? Just, no, sir.
So nah.
He ain't lying. We super live.
Yeah. So when you run it back, it was the whole thing.
Dang. So you that's why you had the black screen.
No. I had the real. It was this. You hear me? I had the whole thing. I just hit the button. I wasn't gonna cut you out. You feel?
So I don't gotta do it over. So we good.
You smoked it. One take.
That's what's happening.
One take, Jake.
One take, bro. Real talk.
Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
sir. Good job.
Yes, sir.
So we gonna be talking about the deep dive into Brevin Schottenheimer and the mandatory Benny count. See, because it's some updates. We also got Lou coming, so it's gonna be interesting today.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And we got Henny in the house. So, and Henny, he done dropped off about 100 pages of notes. I'm like, bruh.
Man, hey, shout out to the lunatic on my end, man. He coming in swinging with the $2 cash app, man. He said DC4L. Let's get it. Hey, man, that's how you start off a show, man. Salute to my boy, man.
Who is that?
The lunatic.
Oh, the lunatic. Oh, yeah. Lunatic famous.
Yeah, man. He's known all over the Cowboy space, man. He a real one.
He just got that good energy, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He make you feel good to be a Cowboy fan without being annoying.
Yeah,
real
man,
tough.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine line.
And most people do not walk it.
Yeah. See, because he makes sense, you know? He makes sense when he talk. All right, man. We finna get into it, man. See, my boy ain't in yet. He gonna be here, though. All right. So, out the gate. We go start, before we get into Brian, we gonna talk about Brian. Before we get into Brian, we gotta talk about this. Mr. Patrick, no C. The Cowboys are set to work out 5 players as minicamp comes to an end. We see 2 DTs, 2 corners, and George Fant. And then he also noted that the star denotes a top UFL talent.
Mm-hmm. I'll go because, like, for real, because I've looked into the UFL. So, like, I've been looking at UFL guys, watching UFL games and everything. And I'm gonna tell you right now, none of the guys that they are bringing in are the guys that Henny Moore looked at and said, you know what, they would be good for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I'm not saying that they sorry, because they play well in the UFL. You know, Perrion, how you say the young man's name? He came out of Oklahoma. He's a former 4th-round pick, 6'4", 290 pounds, 7 career collegiate sacks, about 18 tackles for loss, if I'm not mistaken, for his career. So he's not a bad prospect. He had some off the field stuff that happened. He allegedly pulled a pistol on a young lady. So that's why he got waived by the Cleveland Browns. But Yeah, Perion Winfrey. That's the boy right there. So,
And this is also Patrick No C article. Give him a
okay,
click.
cool. Hey, yeah, salute to Patrick No.C., man. But Perion Winfrey, he was not the guy I was looking for because at his size, he is a 3-tech. At DeVere Levelston's size, he is a 3-tech. I went in here looking for a 1-tech. That's why I did the whole entire film session on Isaiah Buggs. Isaiah Buggs is a defensive tackle that's 335 pounds. He played at Alabama, won a championship there. He started for the Detroit Lions for many a years. Was a locker room leader with them at one point. Won a championship with the Kansas City Chiefs on their practice squad. And he was released for dogfighting. He was released for domestic violence. But like I said, if you are willing to take a chance on somebody that pulled a gun on a young lady, you can take a chance on somebody that's actually better. If you don't really care about character concerns, you can go get the better player that actually fits what you need. All these guys right here do not have the size to play 1-tech. They're going to play 3. Levelston is like a converted defensive end, if I'm not mistaken, from when he was at SMU. So these are 3-techs. I'm looking for a 1-tech. And I feel like your 3-techs are fine. Also, Digizu was one of the better 3-techs in the National Football League. The boy that looked like Dak Prescott you brought in from the Jets. Solomon, yeah. He is a year removed from a 5-sack, high pressure percentage season. Like, he had a very good 2023.
That boy said that boy look like Dak Prescott.
He do look like Dak Prescott. That's your claim to fame until you do something for my team. You know what I'm saying? You look like somebody I know. That's all you done did for me. You look like somebody I'm familiar with. But he had a very good 2023. So like 3-tech, I'm not concerned about. Stopping the run, having a big body, somebody that can actually come in and spell Mozzie Smith. These guys don't fit the mold. I'm not saying they're not good prospects. You're right. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying it's not what I wanted personally. As for the corners, I was actually scouting Baker from the DC Defenders. He's a former first-round pick from the New York Giants.
Yeah.
Him and Kelvin Joseph were the best tandem of corners in the entire UFL.
They looked at them last year.
What, Baker?
Mm-hmm.
They should have gave him a call, especially this year when you got all these injuries.
From Georgia?
But I forget if he played at Georgia, but yeah, the boy that the Giants drafted in the first round. I think he got cooked by Amari Cooper many a times over. But
Georgia.
That's him. Okay, so yeah. He also had some off-the-field stuff too at one point.
He did.
I don't care about none of that, honestly. Like, I'm Team Werewolf. If you can play and you don't bite the quarterback and we can find somewhere to put you during the full moon, I can rock with you. It don't matter what you did, man. Help me win some games.
Me too. Cause like we know that the pretty boys and the church boys all the time don't make up the football team. You need all them different characters. You need somebody, you know what I'm saying? We know how it go. We can't just have all nice guys on this team. We need some people who, you know what I'm saying, you probably wouldn't even associate with them if you wouldn't playing football with them. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need some of those guys to fill out the roster, man. It is what it is. Like I like the way Boss explained it one day. Everybody can't be the guy that'll help you up after the play. Some people need to mush you in the face and push your helmet down in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Also, to be fair, the Bulls did call Dennis Rodman when they needed to go for the second 3-peat. Like, Bulls called Dennis Rodman. So if you want to win a championship, you're gonna have some crazy folks on your team.
I'm gonna be honest, cause I can't watch no film on these dudes. I'm gonna try to figure it out if I can. Right?
I had to do it the old-fashioned way. I watched the games. You know how hard it was.
Yeah. So you had to go look at the old games.
I watched the UFL. Yeah, I watched Isaiah Buggs. I watched his 2022 film, and I watched him when he played in the UFL. That's how I did it. I had to grind that out. UFL is not always entertaining, folks. I want y'all to know that. Like, some of the games are okay. UFL is not always entertaining. I did a lot of bullshit for y'all.
Now this is now I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not mad at another 3-tech if that 3-tech a baller. I'm gonna be honest. this don't feel right. Like, why are we going to the UFL to look at trench players?
You know why? You know it because
It don't really make sense if the market ain't too bad.
it's just the facts. It's just the Lewis not even in here. He said send a new link. Like that's just his face floating.
I was wondering why he
space.
had like the resting face like that.
This is really an
Boss,
AI.
I don't know
loop.
if you peeped the error, but you know
What happened?
that's our brother Terrence Parsons over there.
What TP said?
Oh,
URTP.
Oh dang! I didn't realize he got me listening to Terrence Parsons in the bed.
Salute to Terrence Parsons. He like they got my image and likeness on that mug.
If I woke up as Terrence Parsons, the first thing I'm doing is asking Micah to hold like 20 bands.
I'm asking Michael every secret he got going on so I can know some inside information and let me borrow about, a couple milli to tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell you what I feel about looking at DTs coming from the
UFL.
UFL.
Oh, hell no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Even Bug?
No!
Cause he's just a trouble guy, sound like to me.
He got kicked out the NFL.
He's just a trouble guy.
Oh, hell no!
The last time I looked at his film, it wasn't no hell no. It was years ago, but he was dominant against the Packers.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you why I'm super.
Oh, hell
No, God!
Didn't they just stop playing?
They still playing. The championship game is this weekend. Like the guys that are in here, like technically their season is done, but there's one more game to play for the UFL. So like even the guys, like if we wanted somebody from the best two teams in the UFL, we would still have to wait.
My Stallions finally let somebody else win. You know what I'm saying?
So you get my point.
Oh, the wear and tear. That makes a lot
And
of
they
sense.
big guys. It ain't the same as Turpin.
Exactly.
They
And
big
listen,
guys.
Turpin took a minute to ramp up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Them boys
but
So you taking somebody that just played a whole season of trenches and finna give him 17 games?
it's gonna have to be something where you.
That's
where
why
you
I
ramp
said
them
this
up.
don't feel right. It's almost like you playing with me. I'm just being honest. You know,
But they
it's like you
it, though.
sending out. It's like, man, come on, man.
They
See,
feel that they
it's
have-
like it goes back to what you said, Henny.
What's that?
Respect. One tick. It's
Yeah.
disrespectful. It's like Angie said it like it's like some what you call them shoes you just slide in. I can't remember them shoes.
moccasins.
She said it on Twitter, but man, it was you just put them shoes on and it worked. She said that's how they think DT is. So I just sent Lou a new link.
All right. Are you gonna change me from Terrence Parsons, or I'm just gonna have to be this man for the rest of the show?
Nah, I'll change it. Y'all give me a second to work that. So, I don't like it. Period. Swipe left for me. I'm swipe left. See,
So isn't it? So I'm gonna ask you. So it's not the question of if they're good or not. It's the question of how they will hold up after playing an entire spring league. Also, the lunatic hit me on my end on a super chat too. He said churning the bottom of the roster. DC4. Well, he ain't lying about that though.
look like Landlord. Nah. No, is the more bruh. Like, why we looking at UFL dudes and you can just go look at free agents?
Same thing.
Better, not beat up, rested. You can get them fresh. You can put them in your camp, make sure they in shape. Get them in shape if they're not quite in shape. No, Steven. No. This is almost feel like a signal to shut up. Like, nah, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it, bro. That ain't the DTs we looking for sure.
Now I say this because it's not my guy. I'm gonna agree with you. If it was Isaiah Buzz, I would have fought you about this. Because
I would have fought you back.
Good, because that's a 335 pound run stopper.
How many games they play, bro?
Isaiah Buggs only played in like 4. He came in like late. He just came in to do something.
Okay.
He just trying to work his way back to the NFL.
So he only played 4 games. I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, he only played like 4 games, and he was good in the 4 games he played. He had like 3 sacks in 4 games and a bunch of run stops.
How much he weigh?
335.
I would have been cool with that. How many years he was in the league?
He went in the league. I think he's like 28. So let me see. I think he
That'd
came
have
in
been perfect.
I think he came in 2020 because he got like over 50 games played, and he got like 20 starts or so.
Yeah.
Let me get the exact numbers real quick.
So that's one. I don't know what's going on with Landlord.
What you mean? Oh, he's there.
So, but we can't hear him. So, Lou.
Oh, I'm muted.
You got to go to the advanced version. On a new link. You was just in.
Oh, I had tried to mute, with the
I'm
TV
sending you another
etiquette,
link.
and I forgot to unmute. We good.
You Gucci, my boy.
All right.
Yeah.
I need to send Lou another link. Now, also real quick, I need both of y'all to apologize to me.
For what?
For doubting me. I'm serious. I need both of y'all to.
I need
doubt
to know
you on what? You gotta be a little bit more.
A lot of bit more.
We've seen a lot of Brevin Spann-Ford in these offseason availabilities. Him taking a year 2 jump in the receiving game specifically, how big would that be for your tight end?
Be amazing. He had an incredible offseason. He really did. Really, all the tight ends did. But since you asked about Brev, I'll talk about him. The size alone, he moves really well. I think he added like 6 or 7 pounds of lean muscle mass.
How did that happen?
You work with your partner.
That's why you owe me an apology.
Nobody said nothing crazy.
No,
about
Landlord, especially Landlord.
What'd I say?
You said, "Hey man, I'll give you a little bit of credit, maybe." That's what you said.
But I brought it up and gave you a little credit. But you just gotta know. See, you too anxious. You know what I'm saying? Hold your horses.
How I'ma hold my horses?
He gotta come out and actually play good before you can brag.
Wait.
Sir.
No. Listen.
Yes.
I guess you gotta get all of that. Maybe that's what you need. I don't need all that.
I mean, this what I'm saying. This what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. This something I noticed about y'all. Always act like I be dogging out people. So I don't even.
You be dogging out people, bro. You a dogger.
I guess I'll just leave
crazy.
it alone. But god darn it, I don't care. I'm gonna have to say it. That's just who I am.
So I ain't gonna get no apology from you.
Not until I see Brevin Spann-Ford cut up in the NFL game, then I give you props. But I gave you a little credit. I gave you a little smidge of the credit because it's sounding good. It's sounding good. He's doing well in practice, mini camp, and all of this stuff that we know that is, you know what I'm saying, is not something that you can hold your hat on. You can take it with a grain of salt. That's what we know. But I'll say this. Go ahead.
I was just finna give a shout out to Hallelujah for the Cash App. That's all. He hit me with a
shout out to him on my side too.
Continue.
I was just about to say, man, something that I noticed about Coach Schottenheimer is that all he does is give compliments. I ain't heard that dude say a negative thing about not one player. I ain't heard him say a negative thing about not one player. I promise you, and I've been waiting.
So
I ain't heard no
Big is the
critique.
one that taught me how
I ain't
to
heard
discern.
No critiques. I ain't heard no critiques.
No, hear me out.
Nobody.
I could tell you how to discern because Big showed me how. When he likes you, he talks specifically about what you're doing. If he don't like you, he call you hard working.
You know.
Because when they talked about Jack Sanborn, he talked about how hard working he was and how he helped the guys and that he's fighting to try to be a starter. But when he talked about Murray, he talked about remembering him in the league, remembering him from Oklahoma, you know? He talked about the details. So like when he talked about Devin, right? He said really called him elite.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. My fault. Yeah, Donovan. So yeah. Now it's a difference. So now he don't talk negative, but it's like, how do you know if he likes you? So like with Elam, he set up when he was talking about Elam. You know what I mean? Like you can really, like he gives it away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's ways to kind of read through his poker face. I'm serious about that.
Another thing is,
this guy is not just a run blocker, pass protector. This guy can be a weapon because of his size in the middle of the field, matched up on linebackers and safeties. And
who said that?
Who that about?
Who said that about Spann?
Oh,
everybody know that.
Oh, everybody know that now. Okay.
He's 6'8".
He's 6'7".
You know, the thing I've loved about Brev from day one is you knew that this was not too big for him. You know, you knew mentally, he knew I belong here. Doesn't matter, you know, how I got here. I belong here. And he's pushing Fergie and Scooney and those guys. And he's already made the jump. So you asked me.
Whoa.
Oh, he cooking.
Because he asked him, what if he makes the jump? Hold on, listen.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of Brevin Spann-Ford in these offseason availabilities. Him taking a year 2 jump in the receiving game specifically, how big would that be for your tight end?
So he asked him, how big would that be? Then when he got down to it, he said,
got here, I belong here. And he's pushing Fergie and Scooney and those guys. And he's already made the jump. So you. Ask me how I feel about it. He's already made the jump, and again, he's another guy that when he puts the pads on, you're going to see him and feel him.
I mean, that's cool.
I told you when I interviewed him at training camp last year, he said, I asked him what he brought to the tight end room. He said physicality. That was his top answer.
But yeah, man. Good job for Brevin Spann-Ford, but we gonna see if it translates. I just need I need like one real game because I done look crazy just after preseason. I was out here calling Deuce Vaughn Black Jesus after a spin move, so I'm gonna have to see him do something in the game.
I'm just saying, like, I think we'll be that. We'll take that about almost any other player. So I mean, I need to see more. Yes, I do.
All I'm saying,
I need to see something. First of all, I ain't even seen nothing.
Well,
I heard stuff. I need to see something.
And I ain't mad at your standard. That's your standard. I ain't mad at it.
Listen, I also heard.
See, Dalton Thomas is a real thing. Y'all know who Dalton Thomas is.
Yeah, it's from the Bible.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah, see, Dalton Thomas had to see the holes to believe it was Christ. And he said that. He said, I need to see it. Then it was people of better faith. No, I'm messing with y'all.
Cowboy Bible.
I'm messing with y'all.
I'm messing with y'all. I don't subscribe to that book. I'm sorry.
Hey,
hell nah.
Cowboy Bible. You don't
got to prove it to
Bible's
me,
crazy.
buddy. I'm sorry. Hell no.
It only takes the faith of a mustard seed, so I got the faith of a mustard seed. I'm good.
I mean, I'm hoping he do. You know what I'm saying? I hope he do, but like I said, that's when I made my video. I was saying, like, bro, this gonna tell me everything we need to know. Like, Brian better be careful because we know how politics play a big factor in a lot of stuff in Dallas. But you preaching competition, so you supposed to be politic proof. Real talk.
Wait,
you talking about competition?
Wait, what we doing, landlord? Wait, wait. You sounded like you on the wrong side right now, dog.
Nah, I'm sounding like I'm making sense. I'm making sense. It's his whole persona is not about competition.
It's about competition.
And if we talking competition, don't that mean the best man win?
Yeah, but we got more than one tight end spot. We gonna play 12 personnel.
I'm not just basing it solely on the tight end spot. Follow me. I'm talking about across the team. It's gonna be like I said, after training camp and preseason, some of these positions gonna work themselves out. We gonna see who's supposed to be well clearly. And if that don't materialize, we gonna be able to say, hey, I don't know about that one.
I mean, where at is there real competition outside of the running back room? You can say tight end. Hold on.
Tight end should be a real competition.
How? What can he do in preseason or training camp to jump Jake Ferguson, who was a Pro Bowler and top 10 across the board of his position in every statistic?
Who said he had to jump Jake Ferguson?
I'm just talking about real competition. If everybody's job is up for grabs, but I don't even count Schoonmaker. He don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's still a second round pick, sir. Like, and we in Dallas.
Nobody
don't say so when we.
Nobody
in Dallas,
asked him to pick the niggas.
But this the deal, though. This the deal. This is going back to competition.
No, hold on. I'm finna let you cook. Do you need to play what Steven Jones said about the draft picks?
He said you gotta play him.
So what you talking about? So that's a second.
He played them already. He done played them. This is year 3. What are we talking about?
What if school saying? What if school making progress at all?
Right.
Who you think they're gonna feature?
You talk about school earning it, but you're talking about school earning it. If he's making progress and he's playing better than Brevin Spann-Ford, he deserves to play, right?
Yeah, I didn't say that part. I said, what if he making progress? They gonna take their faith of a mustard seed and believe in school because that's who they invested in, and that would be malpractice. Because
how much
might be better than
so check this out.
How much is the difference between Brevin Spann-Ford and Schoonmaker are we talking about?
Are we playing the better guy?
Better.
At what?
You know what I'm saying? If he a little
just better. I mean,
no, because there's too many facets to playing tight end. Is he a better blocker? Is he a better catcher?
Just
red zone?
Just better. Better at all of it.
Just say he one notch better.
One notch better. Yeah, just better.
I'm not gonna say that.
Do you have faith in the Dallas Cowboys playing him?
Who? Brevin Spann-Ford?
If he one notch better than Schoonmaker, and you know what they dedicated to Schoon compared to what they dedicated to him, they gave him the biggest signing bonus for undrafted free agent, but they spent the second round pick on Luke Schoonmaker. So if he one notch better, who are they gonna prioritize?
They spent a first round pick on Maji Smith and had Jonathan Hankins in here starting over him.
Well, hold on real quick.
I just asked the question.
And I don't know. I don't know if it was really starting or was they having equal rotation.
So you're being perfectly obtuse today.
No, hold on real quick. All right, listen. See, what y'all fighting about now, I already talked about. I said this about 4 hours ago, landlord. What you talking about right now? The most important test would be during training camp when front office wants to. This is what you was talking about, landlord. Develop one of their drafted guys that was beat out by an outside free agent. That would be Brian's most important test to hold morale strong. Brian has to hold to his fair competition promise. That's what you was talking about, landlord. I was trying to show you I was with you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Where you was saying, what's up with all this competition talk? See, that's the dilemma if front office get in the way. And so, because
I just want them to stay true to it, and we should have our antennas up just in case the Joneses meddle too much.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. We should have our antennas up.
And I was trying to have your back on that. You feel me?
It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear when they meddle.
That's right, and that's the point of it.
That's not what I'm conveying. I was just talking about specifically that one matchup. I was just specifically talking about that tight end room. But
even with the tight end room, it's still the same thing, because we doing this show about Brian Schottenheimer, and we gonna be talking about all the principles over all the camps and all the stuff we compiled it. So this is him on competition.
Nick Harris, Forward Star Telegram. First one's for Brian. You said in Florida that no jobs are being given out on this team. Tyler Booker, is it as easy as throwing him in the right guard competition, or is this kind of a call to the entire offensive line that things could be changed?
Yeah, our motto is compete every day, and that doesn't matter whether you're Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just the central theme of the program is compete every day, and so we find different ways to do it. Well, I think it shows you that coaches and players have just understood the central theme of the program, and that is to compete every day. And this is not a random Tuesday for us.
To your point, Lou, you with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, man. So obviously, competition is a center point, and you're right, landlord. That's gonna be what we're looking for. That's what we gotta have our antennas up for sure.
That's all I'm saying, because we know the Joneses are notorious for meddling.
That's
and
right.
that's been something that's been hindering us. That's been one of our Achilles heel for too long now. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like they operating in good faith for Brian Schottenheimer, but hey, we know that can change quickly. Especially if he turn on somebody that they fond of. You know what I'm saying? We know how that go.
Who would that be this time around?
I think
I'm just giving a general statement, bro. We don't know exactly who they love and who they don't love, but Schoonmaker should be somebody because they invested in them.
And they shouldn't even be thinking about that at this
wasn't
point.
he about
it should be about who better.
I don't know.
That's the whole point of what Shotty talking about. Is who's better. It shouldn't be about where you was drafted, who bet on you. That's what Shotty trying to bring in.
Yeah. And I like how you said the other one of the your last shows. It should be somebody who worked their way up the ranks that we didn't expect.
That's right.
That's what competition is, bro.
That's
like
right.
It should be somebody like, dang, we didn't see that coming.
Right.
Oh, he got
like Purdy.
Oh man.
Like Purdy did Trey Lance.
But that's happened on this team before. Is that out the Terrence Steele story? Wasn't like L. Collins the paid guy, the guy that they wanted to succeed, and Terrence Steele jumped him?
Nope. It didn't happen like that.
He was never.
How it happened?
Right?
So what happened was Terrence Steele had to play a whole year because Lyle was suspended for steroids. Then he came back, was suspended for 2 games for something else, appealed it, they moved it to 5.
So he tried to bribe it, try to bribe the drug taker.
Yeah, he tried to bribe the drug, whatever, right? So that gave Terrence Steele another 5 to 6 games where he balled out. So by the time he came back, they was saying at first Terrence Steele was the starter. But then what happened was Tyron Smith went down. So then they moved Terrence Steele to left tackle versus Denver, where he didn't play well, right? Because they moved from right to left, and then they put Lyle Collins at the right. So when then T. Smith came back, they left the job with Lyle. That's why when we played in the playoff game, it was Lyle starting against San Fran, not Terrence, who was better than Lyle Collins.
So with the year after when Lyle left, that they gave him the job.
Yeah, it was the year after that. It was that off season.
Shout out to Rogue over here with the $9.99 super. He just said, "What's good, fellas? We appreciate you, man." And shout out to Generation to Generation. He made a good point. He said this could be Fairweather. This could be Fairweather that make his way up the ranks and take somebody's position. Who knows? And then it's another one that's brewing. What if Guyton ain't up to par and you got Austin Richards right there?
Right.
What if Austin Richards take over? Like stuff like that's supposed to happen.
It's supposed to happen.
if it's true competition, no politics. All I'm saying is my antennas are up and I'm focused on stuff like that. If
That's
I don't
right.
see something like that brewing, and we know these boys' skill set, we know who been supposed to play and who wasn't supposed to play. If we don't see some of this stuff materialize, I'm gonna be looking at Shotty like, dang, bro, what's going on? You letting them meddle too much, or the Joneses meddling again.
That's right.
Like, you can't sell me on competition as your general, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bulletin board marketing tool, and then next thing you know, you let politics come and take over. You can't do that.
But hold
Like
on.
that.
But Landlord, I think you're seeing it just a little bit wrong. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Go ahead.
it's a
So-
win-win for sure.
So what he doing is he basically setting up, me and Lou talked about this. He's setting up defenses against their politics.
That could be, yeah.
That's what he doing. That's what makes this genius that he made it a cornerstone of his philosophies and putting it out there in the public loud.
Yeah.
That we
is
compete every day. You got to earn it every day. And he always say there's going to be a winner. There's going to be a loser. So, like, go ahead and explain to Lucas. You talked about it real good.
Yeah, I was saying he's basically like putting a fork in the road. By like him emphasizing it is putting like it's like a mental battle within the players. So like it's gonna be a win-win for Shotty because he's making everybody better. The whole point of this is to drive everyone gets better from competition. So if they do medal, you know what I'm saying, the better player will win. You know what I'm saying, but by him if politics do persist, it's gonna be an inner guilt within the better player that they think within there because they know every day they're hearing wins and losses. So they gotta be better if they play. So he's playing chess with this.
Yeah, he playing chess.
Yeah, I can see that. So I wasn't really just saying it's gonna be on him because we know who gonna medal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure we recognize when it happens.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong with that. I think we know that they medal, but I also think that Schottenheimer, you can take him at face value that he wants to compete, he wants to push these boys, and that he himself values open competition. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see Shotty as somebody that plays favorites. Just from hearing him.
He
talk
pushing
and seeing how
for
he
it.
operates.
No, this is defense. Like, when I was trying to explain it, this is like you defending your castle. You put a moat down there. You put some alligators down there. You put some barbed wire fence around it. You feel me? Then you fill up
Soldiers right there.
right there with the arrows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he doing. He's saying it loud. I'm about competition. So when they come in there like, hey, we trying to develop Carson. And he over here like Troy Pride just beat him out. You know? Yeah. And we've been preaching every day, Jerry. Steven, we've been preaching it every day. You know? So
this is like when Mike McCarthy said, "Hey man, if this was my offense, we wouldn't be doing no option routes." You know what I'm saying? Like I have a whole list of plays for my superstars.
It's a defense mechanism.
It's a defense. It's genius. It's genius. It's the best attack I've ever seen against our guys. It's the best attack out of any coach in the last 10 years. Yeah. I've never seen a coach successfully go at our guys but Brian. This is genius.
And he's setting a hidden nuke in there. It's gonna be obvious if they mess with it. It's gonna be real.
That's what I said. It's gonna be obvious when they meddle.
Yep.
The whole point we gotta prove to the casuals, the ones you know be drinking beer and woo go Cowboys and just come on here and just say, oh, Jerry and them they doing all good. This is the nuke for them. So because I mean we don't know how badly we can show y'all when a man is preaching competition and you obviously seeing in the preseason that this man is not winning and you've been hearing who's been winning all in practice. Like this is that wide receiver 2 type of nuke being set again.
That's right. And see. And we got to be, and see what it is the fans have to be armed, to your point, Lou. And that's what Landlord's saying, and he's right. Where if you seeing a guy clearly winning, so let's just say we didn't like Sanders at first, but then they put that boy in preseason. I'm just using him as an example. And he cooking, but then they keep throwing Blue out there. We got to have something to say about that.
Right.
We gotta have some.
So,
We gotta be
hey,
loud about that too. Not. Oh, okay. Get a young guy. Nah, bro. Sanders
No,
beat him out. We need to be
We
on
damn.
lost
that.
good players like that. Avante Collins. We lost Devin Harper like that. We probably y'all gotta realize it's a
Ooh,
lot of people.
man. Shout out to you,
Listen,
bro. You one of the few
it's
people who remember Avante Collins, bro.
bro. Avante Collins was better
I
than the
remember
people that
Vontae
was in
Collins.
front of him.
Yes, he.
But we had to let him go. And he was smart enough. He probably knew his worth. He probably like, yeah, let me go. Y'all won't let me play.
Yeah,
But we
they
gotta
kept
realize
playing
this.
ball.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
realize this
and we
too.
don't,
Is like
and we just got rid of Josh Ball.
Just got rid of him.
Don't got
I
nothing
was
to
about
show
to
for.
say, we gotta realize this, man. If we played the right people, we probably could have been more successful. Like
Probably.
this what I'm
We would
saying.
have been more successful.
This is how dramatic this is. This
Yes.
is how important this is.
Yes.
This is not just us just complaining. We saying like, bro, in the critical moments, if the right players was there, we probably would have won. We probably would have won bigger. We probably would get further in the playoffs if we just make it pure competition. That's all we saying. So don't ever think this is like something that you could just breeze by. Like this is for real. This is really your livelihood of your team. This is the lifeline of your team. Competition. Every year it should be somebody who just move up that Mortal Kombat tower that you didn't expect. You like, oh my God, this dude just came out of nowhere. Like Miles Austin all of a sudden just
Yeah.
bust on the scene. You like, where you come from? J. Run Curse. So I'm not acting like
Purdy.
it never happens. I ain't acting like it never happens. But I'm just saying it should keep happening. And the Joneses got to stop meddling so it can happen.
And it should be
Just
free
put the best
agents.
players on the field.
You can't handle the truth.
Man, good job, landlord. And that's all
And
facts.
And this is why we be losing them key games in the playoffs. Like we look across the field, and it's a hungry dog, and we got a team full of trust fund babies. Like y'all ever played football and the daddy, pay money to the coach and everything like that. Play my son. All the big colleges got them. They
That's
but
true.
Oh, you got to
Georgia,
get that man a bomb for that.
Yeah, he
Alabama,
telling the
man.
truth because he telling
Trust
the
fund
truth.
baby versus the hunger.
Hold
Come
on, let me see if I got a bomb
Get that
for
man
him.
a bomb
I got
or something
something.
for that.
I got
You
something.
gotta reward that. I'll take it.
I give him a
I
bell.
That
A
was
bell
hard.
and
We'll
work.
take the
what I'm saying?
Undertaker.
Perfect.
I hit him with that. And I hit him with that.
Yeah. Keep cooking. Keep cooking.
Cause at University of Georgia and Alabama, they got them, but you know what they do to them trust fund babies? Fine, we know you writing all the checks, get your ass a jersey, and you be right there with all the rest of the hurt folks and all the travel guys, and you cheer. But what we do here in Dallas, we play them. And why would we expect anything different? Look who run our team. Oh, I played at the University of Arkansas. You probably was a trust fund baby your damn self. You wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? So this is the difference. Like when we go into them games and we wondering why, a CJ Anderson off the streets from the Rams run all over us, or the everybody from the Niners. Like I had my old teammate. He went to go work out with the Niners, man. Oh, he actually made the team. They work out different. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't work out like no front runners. They work out like they trying to win something. So this is the type of when we have a fixed competition, a fixed environment. When it's time to compete against real dogs, a hungry dog, you ain't gonna win.
I don't know if people seen Bel Air. That just remind me of Bel Air. I don't know if y'all seen that, but when
The remake,
Will,
right?
yeah, Bel Air, not Fresh Prince. When you seen Bel Air, man, you seen Will Smith when he he's the Uncle Phil nephew. He's rich. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that type of drive. But when he went to the AAU type of ball, when these boys catching 2-3 buses to get to practice, and he pulling up in a new Range Rover and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The hunger different. He had to reconstruct this whole mentality just to compete with them boys. Them boys was on a whole nother level. Them boys up here doing everything, you know what I'm saying, under the sun just to get to practice. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a different mentality. Like, them boys was 100% dogs, and Will had to find it within themselves just to compete. Real talk.
So now, in conclusion, you right. We gotta keep our eyes on this with training camp. It's not gonna be just enjoying training camp. We're gonna have to keep our eye on the real competitions, because this also happened with Fowler and Armstrong too.
Facts.
It happened with Amari Cooper and Gallup.
Facts.
It happened with LVE and Bobby Wagner. So when Landlord says, what if we would have just played all the best people? What if we would have had Amari instead of Gallup? What if we would have had Bobby Wagner instead of LVE?
Because that's who Dan Quinn clearly wanted too.
What if we would have gave
soon as he got to
Fowler
Washington,
the
he
proper
bought him on the
reps the first time?
Bobby
the
Wagner
first
said
2
he
years.
wanted to be here.
Right.
As soon as he got to
He was
Washington,
he was on record.
He went and got him.
But
Bobby Wagner was on record that he wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys, and they never called him. Like Dan Quinn was trying to actually get him over here. He was on record saying this, and they said he just finally went and connected with Dan Quinn when he could actually get him himself.
right.
And to Lou's point, LVE was what?
He's a
A
son.
trust fund, baby.
A trust fund, baby.
That's who he was.
He was part of that. If we pick him, we gotta play him.
Facts.
All that money went right to that nigga.
Yep. So the fans, listen, I know people want y'all to just cheer and just hope. Nah, we gotta be active fans. You gotta use your voice. So anyway, yeah, Landlord right about this. So, and what we doing is we showing Brian Schottenheimer. So let's get into the next part, going into his core beliefs. Okay. Because I want people to fully understand what we getting ready to get into. This is his core beliefs.
What's on the tape? Are they doing it right? Are they playing?
No. I got you.
We're going to go based on how our offensive line goes. And they're going to play really, really physical. They're going to be tone setters, if you will. And
so what does he want to lead with? Now, he's saying the team is going to go. The team. He put the whole team behind the offensive line.
that's very exciting.
They know that we're going to have a very clear and communicated standard for what we expect from them. For me, that's going to start in the offensive line room. And
So if you think, you thought Brian just slipped? No, this is intentional. Now watch this.
I'm very excited about developing a relationship with those guys. But also, like I said, I need to have that same relationship with Dak. I need to have that same relationship with CD. So my time's going to be spread a little bit more in that way. But it's going to start in the offensive line.
Shit. So which group is obviously being prioritized as what they want to lead through?
Offensive line. I mean, they spent their first round pick on the offensive line.
Yep.
And they hired an offensive coordinator who's a former offensive line coach.
Right. And did he hire another offensive line coach?
Tape. Are they doing it right? Are they playing violent? Are they finishing? Those are the things that you look for.
What do you want your offensive identity to be?
Physical.
So reason why I'm playing this, looking at the identity, you hearing lead through the offensive line, but you also keep hearing stuff like violent, physical, because they asked them, what do you want your identity to be?
Again,
it's a deal where we're preaching speed, violence, and finish. And
I talked a little bit in the opening press conference about, the marriage between the run game and the action passes, but, as a football team, as an offense, we want to be physical. My MO has always been to run the football.
See, he keeps saying it. Multiple interviews, multiple sit downs, multiple press conference. He's staying consistent on what the identity is.
I really believe that the game, like I said, is up front. Led the league twice, the coordinator, proud of that. I think getting a guy like Clayton Adams really helps us as the coordinator.
Yeah, I think when you looked at it, we were, number one, thrilled about the young man, the power, the strength. When you sit down and you visit with this guy, he's an alpha. He knows what he wants. He knows how good he is. He knows how talented he is. And I think you look at what you got with Tyler Smith at left guard, Cooper Beebe, and now you add this guy. The interior of your pocket, the core of your run game, all that stuff inside. We want to move people, and we want to own the line of scrimmage, and this is a guy that gives us a chance to do that with the pieces we have in place.
His knowledge, I've been tracking him for a couple years now. He's an incredible mind when it comes to not just the run game, but just how to attack defenses and how to get favorable leverage and things like that. But physical is the first thing that kind of jumps out at me.
Let's go around with that.
Pull the notes. Oh, and then while you doing that, please change my name, man. I'm not TP. I don't need folks first time seeing Henny the more. They mistake me.
Man, you working me too hard,
of,
man. Wait. So you gonna need to talk for a minute, then, bro. I need you to give me your thoughts and give me a chance to fix this.
Yeah, man. Cause like pull up the notes and I'll talk off of pretty much pull up the running back stuff with Chris Carson.
All right, hold on.
Because he talked about how he was proud of leading the league multiple times in rushing.
All right, hold on. All right,
so
I'm at your notes,
sure
so you got to tell me which one to pull.
All right, it's the one black one. Go down right there. It's the one above the star.
Got it. All right, so talk us through it.
All right, man. So basically, just to correlate this to what the hell is going on. When I asked all y'all, hey man, how many carries would you say a lead back is supposed to get? Well, we see if you said like 250, 240, he had a lead back. 2018, when they were the number one rushing offense in the National Football League. Even with Chris Carson missing 2 entire games due to injury, he still ended up having 247 rushing attempts, going for 1,151 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. That's number one running back attempts. And the next guy had like 100-some carries. Those numbers are skewed because he had 2 starts due to Chris Carson being out. So had he been healthy, Chris Carson would have probably went for like 300 rushing attempts. The very next year, another year where they were a top rushing offense in the National Football League, he played 15 games and had 278 rushing attempts, 1,230 yards on the ground, 7 rushing touchdowns. He got hurt, could not play in the playoffs, in his season prematurely. Had he been able to play that one final game, he would have easily cracked 300 carry threshold. 2020, the 1 year where he did not get 200 carries, they were a middle of the pack rushing team. They were like 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Right? He had a severe foot injury. It hindered him, causing him to miss 4 games, and he was not healthy. So, like, the 1 year that Chris Carson could not get his 250 carries, that running back by committee stuff did not work because they were a very piss poor overall rushing attack. So I said all that to say this. I believe him when he said that he wants to run the ball. Right? Because he was even asked in the notes, hey, why don't you utilize the short passing game more often? Right? He like, I love play action. I want to be able to take those play action shots. So I would rather get 2 or 3 yards on the ground, than getting a 2 or 3 yard dump off pass. Like, it's probably in there somewhere in the notes if you want to skim through it. But they asked him specifically about why he doesn't really like to utilize the short passing game.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to it. You say you got it in your notes?
It's in the notes somewhere.
All right. So, hold on.
Slide through there. I'm trying to see. Stop. Right. Let me see. It's here somewhere. I sent you. I'm sorry, because listen, you weren't lying that I said I sent you 100 things. It don't seem.
Told you, what the fuck is this, dog? Is it this right here, bro?
Too fast. Let me see.
Was it this?
No, that's the rule of 53. But you can still pull that up because that goes with what he talked about being multiple.
Oh, we talking about multiple yet? We'll talk about multiple in a minute.
It's in here somewhere, man. I feel like I sent you so much stuff and I still left some stuff out.
You might have, bro, because I
No, because it's just a concept.
Okay.
This on a passive concept.
That's
one that
right
he
here?
uses all the time. That's the motion stuff.
What you looking
Listen,
for?
dog. When he was talking about
you messing up the show, man.
Nah, I just need to find what I sent you, man. I feel like this ain't all the slides either.
Oh, you gonna blame me? Ain't that some bullshit? Is this it right here, bro?
Yes, matter of fact, it is. It is.
See, man, because I put it in here, man. You got to use your eyes better, bro.
Man, listen.
You see how he blamed me, Lou? You see how he blamed me, though? That's cold blooded, bro.
Why Schottenheimer ain't wearing no glasses no more, though?
He
wanna
got
be cool
contacts,
fanatic.
bro,
Got
man.
contacts,
Y'all
man.
be y'all be on my boy Shot a little bit too hard, bro. Y'all looking at Shot upside his head now, bro. What Shot?
He got visual insurance now.
You know what I'm saying? He got a little more money. The bag got bigger. My bad.
All right, so we got you up now here. What you got?
All right. So they were asking him about why he doesn't utilize the short passing game more often, and he said, "Hey, they just don't go with that because in the pass game all the time they value the deep play action passes and use the run to set that up. So instead, you know how we always go quick game in Dallas, and that's sort of like the extension of the run game where Dak Prescott can get the ball out of his hand real quick. It's a safe little 3-yard completion to keep you ahead of the chains. I don't really like to do that, or at least he didn't the last time he was calling plays over there in Seattle. He loved using the deep play action passes. So in order to be able to use those play action passes, you need to have runs that look like the play action concepts that you're trying to run. So instead of just getting a little
together.
Yeah, that's multiple.
Yeah,
you gotta
marry it together. So instead of just their quick little dump off, we're gonna line up, we're gonna run the ball, get 2 yards, we get 3, we'll get 4, and we're gonna come right back down the line. We're gonna show you that same exact setup on the run, and we're gonna bow over the top of your head vertically.
Hold on real quick before you go, Landlord. I want to show you how on it Henny was.
Todd Archer of ESPN. What's your background with Brian Schottenheimer? And now are you kind of just learning what he wants, how it meshes with what you've done in the past? Where were you guys in that process of scheme?
Nah, I ain't gonna show this shit. Go ahead, Landlord.
I was just about to ask, from your soliloquy that you just gave us, it seems like the Dallas Cowboys fan base gonna have to be a little patient. Am I picking up what you putting down?
Possibly, maybe. It depends because
just a little bit. I ain't saying it's gonna be boring, but I'm just saying it seems like they're gonna have to be a little patient while we setting this cook up. You know what I'm saying? While we setting it up, because some of these plays ain't gonna be home run hitters. It sound like to be.
No.
It sound like they just gonna be like, hey, we just gotta do it in hopes to deceive the defense so we can set it up on 3rd down in the 3rd quarter when the game at a tilt, at a seesaw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might need this play to work. I'm running this play right now so I can set you up in the 4th quarter so we can win the game on a deep shot. So I feel like the way he explained it in his philosophy, it feels like the Dallas Cowboy fan base gonna have to be patient a little bit with this offense and just trust that we setting up bigger things in the future. That what it sound like to me.
I'm gonna push back slightly, and just because pull up the percentage of what Lockett did, before Schottenheimer and with Schottenheimer.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be that right.
Because it was it was a lot of buyer's remorse when he left. It was straight buyer's remorse when he left.
So this is what he did with Shotty before: 664 yards, 597, 555, and this is what he did with Shotty: 965 and 10 touchdowns, 1,057 and 8, and then 100 receptions and 1,054. Now, when we say that he's going to run the ball to set up the play action, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to wait until the 4th quarter to
That's right.
the play action.
That's right.
But Russell Wilson threw for 30+ touchdowns for a reason. They were chucking it down the field at a very high rate.
Yep.
It's just you're just not going to get a lot of dump off passes anymore. You're going to trade in the Dak Prescott 4-yard dump off pass for the
a hitch route,
whoever it is, for Javonte Williams. You're gonna trade that in for Javonte Williams. Yeah, for Javonte Williams. Halfback stretch. You're gonna trade that in for a Jaden Blue halfback dive or something like that. And then off that play action.
Go ahead.
I know what you're saying. You're saying,
yeah,
like,
I'm not saying that. I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I'm not saying that it's gonna be boring. I'm just saying some of the plays that we run are basically just decoys. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not
what
saying that.
Yeah, no. You're
that's all I'm saying.
you are 1,000%. You're 1,000% right. I'm just saying the payoff isn't going to be like fourth quarter. Like the payoff is going to be four plays from that, or 6 plays from that. You know what I'm saying? Like calls a very high volume of shot plays. You know, that's why somebody like George Pickens. Yeah, that's why somebody like George Pickens fits into what he does more so than anybody else on the team. Like Avante Turpin and George Pickens are the 2 wide receivers that will have the biggest output, I believe, from playing in a Brian Schottenheimer system, because they are the 2 guys that stretch the field vertical.
Well, you meant to say they'll benefit more. This is I'm finna give away this entire game plan, and I hope no other team is showing it. The main position group, the main position group Shotty is going to target on opposing teams are they linebackers. The entire like development of this team is to focus on the entire middle of this team. So the first level, nose tackle and 3, then the interior, Mike and Sam, then the safeties behind it. He wants to occupy the entire middle of the field. That's why when you see that big production of Tyler Lockett, if you remember when we played the Seahawks, how Tyler Lockett used to get his passes, it used to be just with them over routes and everything like that, going across the middle. So he wants to emphasize the run and being physical, because the linebackers have so much to do inside, and it makes their life even harder when big guys are moving up to them and mauling their ass too. So now they're discombobulated and everything like that. So this is, and part of marrying the run with the pass is just selling it up front of whooping folks in the middle, and of course the mesh point in the back. But if you emphasizing just some gut punches in the middle and keep punishing the linebackers, when it's time to do the play action,
they get behind.
We
all
play Madden, we all play NCAA. What's the first the position group to mess up is always the linebacker. So I think that's his main position of targeting throughout the season.
That sounds
great
too.
Hey,
Shout out
real
to
quick,
Mrs. Gina Green with the cash out. Well, I appreciate you on my side, man. Thank you.
And we got
same
a cash out from
same on mine.
Keystone. He said, could Turpin be Lockett-ish?
Yes.
It depends on how they utilize it.
No. He can do some of the similar things, but he's not. His skill level ain't that high.
The routes, not.
Yeah, like his knowledge of being
not
a
the same kind of
receiver is
route
not
runner,
that great. You know what I'm saying?
He could be
he's developing though. He can do some of the same routes and stuff, but like,
Lockett was special.
Lockett is a smart receiver. You know what I'm saying? He's a natural receiver. Turpin got to learn some of the nuance stuff.
Somebody
Can I
says,
be real? Lockett wasn't like that before Brian got there. Like we got the numbers for it. I'm not. And listen, I'm not. You are 1,000% right. I'm not saying that Avante Turpin can hold his jock strap. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that Brian turned folks up, man. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie.
Saying Brian got sauce.
I was just telling him about this earlier. Like, I think people I can't say like I'm not the greatest receiver person ever, but I'm just saying I think people kind of misinterpret how they do it, like how they look at receiver. It's not as easy as people think. Like, you think it's just run a route and get open. Like, it take a lot of skill. Like, Boss a cornerback, he knows. Like, you gotta trick these boys. Like, it's not as easy. Like, you gotta know how to get open. Like, getting open is an art.
It's an art.
Like, real talk. It's an art.
And skill. Sometimes it's just skill. Sometimes it's like, I'm just quicker than you. You can't do nothing.
That's why I look at Turpin like he got a little more to learn. Like, maybe he took this leap this year. I don't know. But I'm going off of what he showed already. Like, it's just certain nuanced stuff that if Turpin knew these things, he would be unstoppable. And I know he's not there yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know this for a fact. So, if I seen Turpin get some of this nuanced stuff, he gonna be hard to deal with. Like, he might be a big name in his league if he was able to do these things on a consistent basis. And he's just not there yet. And that's cool. That's why you know Tyler Lockett, and that's why you don't know Avante Turpin right now. That's all.
So check this out. This is the one breaking down Brian and getting into this is where people got to really lock in on Brian. Listen close.
What is your system? What do you anticipate it being built on?
What is your system?
I mean, it starts with taking care of the football. The quarterbacks, obviously, everybody knows that. Quarterbacks, I agree with Mike. I mean, quarterbacks are so important to our game. But to me, it's never changed. You know, you got to win the turnover battle.
That's number one.
You have to own the line of scrimmage.
Number two.
You have to attack with your playmakers. And
I love number three. Attack with your playmakers, which is not what Kellen Moore was doing. That's a relief to hear.
You have to be multiple.
And you have to be multiple. We're going to talk about all four, but we're going to let them finish.
What the system is on all three phases.
On all three phases.
Special teams, offense, defense, it doesn't change. And the quarterback's one of those pieces. The quarterbacks are the piece that get a lot of the attention. But at the end of the day, we're going to be judged with whether we win or lose. And the best way to win in this league is to, one, take care of
turnover battle,
the football.
Trenches.
Two, to have an incredible set of offensive and defensive linemen to control the game.
Three, weapons.
Whether you run it, throw it, people want to talk about numbers. Do you throw it?
Or attacking with your playmakers.
40 times, do you run it 40 times? Well, it doesn't really matter. You just have to own the line of scrimmage. And then we have some really good pieces. And so we have to move those pieces around and make them hard to find. And
multiple.
When you say attack with your playmakers doing that, and then we're going to be multiple. Because I think being multiple is hard. You know, this is the best of the best in the NFL, and there's incredible coaches, incredible players, and so if we can make them have any indecision at all about what's potentially coming.
So he explaining the philosophy of multiple.
As a blitz on defense or as a formation run, you know, if we have any advantage because they're not sure and they're confused, then that's good for us.
Ooh, we got to talk about all four of them things.
Confusion.
Confusion, exactly. Exactly. And see, when you breaking down Brian, bro, and you breaking down why, see, people got to remember he's a former quarterback. Oh, my boy, Landlord, his sound gone.
Oh, dang, he knocked it out.
Nah,
So-
I just mute. I mute because I got etiquette. That's all.
Oh,
Stuff
appreciate
be
you.
going on. You know?
Appreciate you. I saw you do this. So
Yeah, I was talking to my son. Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay. Cowboy live streamers, man. You know, we got everything going on.
Yeah, it's Father's Day.
Yeah.
I'm a father. You know?
So
Yeah,
number
your father.
So he talked
say
about
something
winning
about
over the turnover battle. You know, that's pretty obvious. We don't got to kind of get into that. Basically, take care of the football, take the football, basically, right? But then number two, he's staying consistent to what? Them trenches on both sides. He consistent on that. He not playing with that. He's serious. He said winning the line of scrimmage. But then he said attacking through your playmakers. Who would have talk about that? Who?
I love it. I love it because, like, I think one of the easiest things. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you good.
I was just about to say, like,
Then you, Lou. Then you.
when you bring it to like layman's terms, bro, like if you ever played Madden or NCAA, like if somebody motion, because he said he was trying to cause confusion and responsibilities and stuff like that. If somebody motion, you know how they show you the indicators of who responsibility is whose. And when somebody motion, now your lines just start getting crossed up. You like, damn, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? It show you how much confusion it causes. Now you got mismatches. Now you got stuff like that. So that's why you use these type of tactics so you can get some advantages in these matchups and stuff like that. So I love it, man. I love the way he said he want to attack with the
Playmakers.
superstars and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The playmakers on the football team, because that's what.
And he said, I want to hide him.
Yeah. That's what let me know you gonna cook.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you a dope OC, I say this: you can't be a dope OC if you can't get your superstars involved. If your superstars ain't cooking, you can't be called a dope OC. I'm sorry, you just can't. Or a play call. And we just seen how he elevated Tyler Lockett's game. So just imagine what he probably could do given the right circumstances with George Pickens, man. Like, I can't wait.
Look how much you cooking. Bro, you
George
cook.
Pickens.
Look how much you cooking, landlord. Look.
It's finna go crazy.
Look.
It's finna go crazy, y'all.
I was clicking this as you were saying that, bro. I was clicking it.
Speed Pickens. And listen, our boy Ferg, he should go crazy, bro. This finna be easy pickings for him. You know what I'm saying? This finna be easy work. Like I told him, the pass game do help the run game as well. So it's like I told you, ain't nobody playing one high safety on us. Nobody. Who wanna do that? You wanna have CD or George Pickens one-on-one? Who wanna do that? So you gonna have some run lanes.
Yeah.
You gonna have some run lanes, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna play singles high safety on the Dallas Cowboys no more.
That boy say hide him. Can I play that one more time, bro?
Go ahead.
What is your system? What do you anticipate it being built on?
I mean, it starts with taking care of the football. The quarterbacks, obviously, everybody knows that. Quarterbacks, I agree with Mike. I mean, quarterbacks are so important to our game. But to me, it's never changed. You know, you got to win the turnover battle.
So he was talking about his philosophy, basically.
You have to own the line of scrimmage. You have to attack with your playmakers, and you have to be multiple.
Ooh, I love attack with your playmaker. Man, I know he hated Kellen Moore. I know he hated Kellen Moore, bro. I know he hated Kellen Moore. Now I know he hated Kellen Moore.
I think he hated what's his name too. I think it's a direct shot at McCarthy too.
No, but CeeDee Lamb was getting his targets with Mike.
Mike made CeeDee Lamb a 1,700-yard receiver.
Sure did. Nah, he believed in that too.
He was still stoic with it. He was stoic with it. You know, we didn't.
It wasn't dope enough.
CD was cooking, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
It wasn't dope enough, but he was spamming his ass.
I told you what it was about CD and Mike offense, bro. Like, you just can't do the same thing 2 years in a row. They just caught up to it.
That's right.
He cooked everybody the first year, bro.
Yeah.
He cooked the league.
So they studied the hell out of him, bro.
Yeah, the adaption wasn't there, but it worked the first
he
time
just
around.
didn't change up good enough. Like, let's not act like this
Prescott, Prescott
And-
was an MVP candidate in Mike McCarthy offense. So I give
But they act like-
And I know Mike
Hold
McCarthy
on.
got change up. He got change up in him.
That's the best Dak Prescott you seen. That was the best CD
Cause see,
Lamb
it's change up in him. Cause see, sometimes these offenses do hit a low, bro, and they got to figure it out. Kansas City had to do that too.
Yeah.
They had to do that too. Mahomes was chunking that shit. They start too high. They start playing a bunch of too high on him and start giving them balls trouble. And what they start doing, Kansas City start running the ball.
I just gotta be proud when we sing.
Checking it down.
We
That's
gotta
exactly what
give
they
credit
did.
when it's due, though. Like,
That's right.
we sing Mike cook with CD and Dak. It's
right.
okay to say that. Like, the rest of the team, the rest of the
You ain't gonna give Mike that?
It's dogging them out.
You ain't gonna give you ain't gonna give Mike the CD targets?
The targets is cool, but like my guy was getting beat up, like, because how stoic and how that's all he had. Like, I can't. You had
but that is all Mike had, though.
That's all we had.
Yeah,
Like,
zero
that's all we had. We had Brandon and some other.
I
That's all we had, though.
Lined up and just ran down the field and turned around 40 times a game. Like, can I get a
But it worked.
Wait. Hey, I don't want to get on Mike McCarthy, man. Let's go back to Brian, bro.
That's what the system is on all three phases: special teams, offense, defense. It doesn't change, and the quarterback's one of those pieces. The quarterbacks are the piece that get a lot of the attention, but at the end of the day, we're going to be judged with whether we win or lose. And the best way to win in this league is to, 1, take care of the football, 2, to have an incredible set of offensive and defensive linemen to control the game, whether you run it, throw it.
It's time to say he really believe in them trenches, y'all. For real.
He do. He believe in motion too.
And see, that's why I know they doing him bad on that DT, bruh. They doing him bad on that, bruh. And see, they think that, boss, you just being negative, boss. He okay with what we got. No, he not, bro. Somebody that keeps saying over and over and over that this is a core philosophy, they not gonna be cool with patchwork. They not. Just like he wanted Booker on offense, I guarantee he want a Booker on defense. If you know what I mean.
I want
People want to talk about numbers. Do you throw?
Myers Smith.
I feel great.
I'm talking about him.
How he feel about Mazza?
Yeah.
I wish they would have asked.
Because that might be his Tyler Booker to you. Like, that might not be.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You got to think that's to you, boss.
No. This is what I mean by that.
His Tyler Booker to him.
No.
Like, that's
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
Hear me out. The difference is Tyler Booker not going to rotate.
Yeah, that's fine. I also gonna say this though: the 3-tech is very important in the Eberflus scheme.
Yeah,
like the Forrest Buckner was the guy over there going crazy in the middle of his defense, not his 1-tech.
That's right.
Like his 1-tech held it. His 1-tech wasn't bad, but the Forrest Buckner was the force in the middle.
That's right.
So, and Osa was very vocal speaking about how if he was in Eberflus scheme last year, that he would have made more plays. And I'm thinking he's more so talking about the run game.
But we knew that.
I don't know how
we all knew that. We knew that your 3-techs get down with Eberflus, so he ain't say nothing we ain't know. Yeah, Zimmer made you have to play more team ball. Yes, you did. So what?
I honestly think you finna see a better Osa now too.
Oh yeah, Osa finna go crazy.
You finna see a better Osa.
I think so.
Let's get into
the stuff about the motion though. Pull up the stuff about the motion because we got the.
We ain't talk about motion yet. Do you have some on multiple? Because the motion coming. I got some on that motion. Because we break.
I think the rule of 53. Rule of 53.
Right. So let me pull rule 53.
I like that rule of 53.
Because see, we talking about multiple.
I like how he changed it up. Because people thinking it's only the run game.
Nah,
he let you know
it's defense too and special teams.
It varies game to game.
So if you look up multiple in football. It's an offensive philosophy that emphasizes using a variety of formation, personnel groups, and play types to create multiple threats and keep the defense guessing. But it also goes with the defense too. That's why he talked about showing blitz when you're not blitzing, So he want multiple everywhere. He basically saying, I want a sense of confusion. I want you on your heels. That's what he's saying with the multiple. So you say bring up the 53?
Rule of 53.
Right,
he talked about his offensive philosophy. Did you see it, Lou?
Yeah, I was going to say about the defense. I was just thinking because I know we're talking about the offense today, but I just because people be saying Flus is like Marinelli. He just sit back and play zone. And I was just looking at the cornerback roster. I'm like, man, we got a lot of man corners on that damn roster to be just to only be playing zone. And then we got something that Eberflus ain't never really had, and that's a Micah Parsons. When you got a Micah Parsons on the thing, you know what I'm saying, you can force the issue. So I that's why I feel like the multiple thing is very much so correct on defense as well.
All right, so this is Shotty's rule of 53. So Schottenheimer says the real key to his offensive philosophy is rooted in the magic number 53. In his career, Schottenheimer has found that number through any combination of pass completions and runs in a game is one of the biggest predictors of victory. If you rush the ball, say 30 times and throw 23 completions, that was like the second determining factor of wins and losses after turnovers.
Turnovers is crazy. Go ahead.
Schottenheimer said some weeks it's going to be different. I can't see myself. I can't see the rest of it because I'm up here. Thank you. All right. Some weeks it's going to be different, and it's going to be 33 completions and 20 rushing attempts. But we are always going to go in with the understanding that we should be able to run the ball and believing and we can do it at a high level. So, like he said, multiple. Sometimes run the ball down your throat. There ain't going to be nothing you can do about it. We're going to have just a couple of completions, and we're going to win the football games. Some games, Dak Prescott is going to have to get 33 completions. We're going to still run the ball about 20 times, but he's going to make sure that he's throwing everything in the kitchen sink at you, and you ain't going to know what the hell is going on. But he's going to try to get to 53.
Guess what? One of those weeks, I'm just glad he explained it to the point where it's going to be the game that factor it in. Like, the game going to decide it. Because that's why he said, like, sometimes it might be 30 passes and 23 attempts. Like, I know we want to run philosophy, bro, but I don't think nobody wants us to do something that's just gonna make us lose. Like, some games you won't be able to run, and I got a game for you that you might struggle to run in. The Philadelphia game, the first game, you might struggle a little bit in the run game. It's possible. Dak might have to just throw you the victory that game. And I don't want y'all to be mad about it. Like, it's going to be some games, the run game is going to have the advantage. It's going to be some games, the passing game going to have the advantage. We just got to understand that you should be multiple in that manner too and be able to adapt to what the game is making you do or what your advantages is. Like, you want to be so dope, just like, I hate to say it, but Philly is capable of it. So, like, if you shut down Saquon, they got 2 great receivers outside to tear you up. You know what I'm saying? If you selling out, that's what happened in the Super Bowl. They sold out to stop Saquon, and they just tore their ass up with receiver and receiver, one-on-one, and they just made it a field day. It was easy work because they got the personnel. So, like, you want to be capable of doing that on the fly anytime you want to. It's going to be hard to stop. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I love the fact that he made sure he was specific, but he did say that the run game is the main objective, but sometimes it's not going to be able to be the case.
I got to push back just a tad bit.
Before you do,
that game is very important.
Hold on, before you push
okay.
back.
Oh, my bad.
Just real quick.
BB, what do you like about the combination of those 3 guys and what they're going to be able to do for you in the run game?
Yeah, big, strong, fast, tough, smart. You know, there's a lot of different words that you could use on the interior there. We got a long way to go, and we got to get a lot better in regards to, you know, running the football. You know, I think that first and foremost, you do whatever you have to do to win the game.
And that's Landlord point. See, Landlord, I'm showing you I'm with you. You know what I mean? I'm with you. I'm listening to you, and I'm showing you that they with you. You know, so they not going into it with that philosophy. We go, you know, just always run the football. They're saying that we're willing to adjust to do what we got to do to win the game.
And so I don't think that you go into a game and say, like, well, we're just going to run it 70 times and we're going to see, you know, what the score ends up being. You know,
and that's what Landlord was saying.
You got to do whatever you can to win the football game, but creating explosives in the run game is a recipe for creating explosives in the pass game. And hopefully the hope is that by being able to move the line of scrimmage, you're able to protect differently than just having to drop back all the time. Because I know one thing is it's a heck of a lot easier to block these D linemen when they don't know it's a pass.
Right.
So,
and that goes to multiple. You mute it.
No.
I was about to say that's what Mike McCarthy messed up at times. Where he like y'all, that's one of his biggest critiques. When he wasn't mixing it up and he started passing too much. That's why he said it's a hell of a lot easier to mix it up when they don't know what's coming.
That's
you
right.
See what I'm saying?
That's multiple.
But guess what though? You gotta stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to be competitive in the game so you can be a loose cannon, unpredictable. You got to stay in the game and you got to be productive in the run. Because guess what? If they figure out that you can't run on them, they're not going to believe it no more. They're going to be like, you can't do nothing. We going to play the pass until otherwise. You see what I'm saying? Like, we done seen games like that. Like, I think one of the greatest examples was that Tampa Bay game week 1. We just couldn't run on them dudes. You remember when Dak first came back? We couldn't run.
Yeah.
Like, we just couldn't run on them. Like, Vita Vea and them was just some monsters in the middle, and we couldn't do nothing. We had Zach Martin and everything. We just couldn't run. Or they just figured that their advantage was at the receiver position. Like, bro, you got to play to your advantages, man. That'll be foolish if you don't. I'm sorry. You will be crazy. If you know these boys got young corners that can't check your guys, but you just constantly running your head into a brick wall, that's bad football. Like, it is. So you just got to do what you got to do, like he said, to win the game. That's all that matters.
And we seen it go to bad.
Hold on, it was on Lou. It was on Lou.
I know. I didn't want to throw this out there real quick because we seen it happen the other way too in 2018 in the postseason. We were a run first team. We went up there against the Rams. we gave Zeke the ball, ran him right at Aaron Donald and them 20 times, and he had like 40-some yards. And the best thing we had going was Dak Prescott throwing on the perimeter. Michael Gallup with over 100 yards. Amari Cooper got off to a fast start, and we just didn't throw the ball enough to stay in that game. We had 4th and 1. Zeke couldn't even get the yard. So if you maybe had readjusted and threw the ball a little bit more, you might have had an opportunity to score some more points that game. But we're not saying that we shouldn't want to run the ball. We're just saying there's an exception to the rule every time. Like, nothing is set in stone. There are times you're going to have to get outside your comfort zone in order to win. But please go ahead, though, Lou. I am dying here with what you got to say.
So this is where I say there's like a thin line between that, though, because even though we've been a run first team in the past, we really were not truly like a run first in mentality, because the problem with the Cowboys in the past, we quickly abandoned it, and I think that's.
Hold on, you saying past Mike McCarthy or past Jason Garrett?
Because Garrett was run first.
I'll say period.
Garrett was run first.
Yeah, Garrett was. Shit.
Garrett was run first into a brick wall. I don't care what's going on. My guys better than your guys.
Garrett was gonna run that ball.
I know he had no creativity to it.
I'm talking about, bro. Garrett is my guys are better than yours.
Yep.
I'm not even doing nothing cute. I'm gonna run the ball.
That was Garrett.
What it is and stop me.
But I didn't want to take over Lou.
I'll meet you in the A gap. That was Jason Garrett said.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if you don't have no creativity, you know what I'm saying, then I want at least some creativity. I mean, that's just like Mike McCarthy. He only had like 2 run plays. I'm saying that Super Bowl is a great depiction of it. Like, both Kansas City and Philly are run first teams, and they were slugging at each other, going back and forth, and they were stopping each other run. But the moment one team literally folded and abandoned it is when the tides really turned. Like, the Chiefs, they had that mindset, like, oh, we can't run on Philly, and they have completely abandoned the run, and it affected their game. Versus the Eagles, who, even though they couldn't run, they still did it enough to earn the respect of that one high, and then your playmakers are one-on-one on the outside. So that mentality is what I'm talking about. We just don't have the mentality to still stick with it, even when it's not working. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying it's going to be like 50-40, but I do not ever want to see us abandon it completely in the game, because that's where we're going to become one-dimensional. We're not going to be complementary, and that's when the game is going to go completely out of rhythm. That's what.
Okay, time out right there. I get what you're saying. I'm with you. But what if the score is 14-0, 21-0? You still holding on to that?
Because like,
okay.
We seen
because,
that.
Like, I mean, if that was never came back on us like that before. Go ahead.
Well, I think it is some gray areas because that's the key to this, is that it's gray areas. I don't think anything should get pigeonholed. So, like, I remember a game where Kellen Moore basically just had a porno session on Philly corners. I can't remember what game, but it was one of them games.
You talking about that game when Dak started out with the interception and then he just cooked them for the rest of the game?
It wasn't that one. It was before that one. It was when it was basically Gallup and Amari took turns on this dude, bro.
Oh, okay. Because that Dak went crazy.
Because what they did in the first half, they had this dude trying to hold Amari, and Amari killed him. So then they was like, okay, let's switch. And so then they put Gallup on. Gallup got him, So it just depends. Like, so
it's
like
matchups,
for instance,
bro. It's matchups.
It's matchups, right? So like it was one year we played Arizona and they had nothing but backup corners, and we had Amari and we had CeeDee Lamb, and we lost. And they only had 4 targets to combine.
You want to know why we lost? Because they played to their strength and they ran the ball down our throat. They ran the ball like crazy.
I'm talking about that game in Dallas. Remember we lost in Dallas? That one. Not that one. You talking about in Arizona. I'm talking about the game we lost in Dallas.
Okay.
That's the game that Michael Gallup got hurt. He's talking about. Michael Gallup caught the touchdown and came down funny. That's the game that he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
So it depends. Like, I don't want to get so caught in identity to where I got a true I got Pickens going against a third string corner, and I don't even take it.
See, that's crazy
I'm
work.
saying take it. I'm just saying, you know the rule of football. After you get that big play for 30, hit him with a gut punch. Give me one at least. If we get to the red zone, don't do like McCarthy and just be like, we in the red zone, pass. Nah, what we doing? We in the red zone now. Give me a gut punch at least. Keep them honest. You gotta keep them honest. This is like fighting. You gonna throw hay
I ain't
niggas all
gonna
the
hold
time?
you though. What I see when I think about the teams that got true identity, where they don't waver from it, a lot of the times they be kind of limited. I'm not gonna hold you. Like they not versatile enough. Like when you seen the Ravens only run the ball, they weren't too confident in Lamar yet. Like they like, man, we finna run this bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how they felt. Like when you stick to true identity, when you don't like you don't do nothing else, a lot of times that just tell you a lot about how they feel about their team. When you confident in your team, you let your quarterback loose and you let your run game loose. You like, hey, my quarterback like that. He can do what he want to do. Like when I start, you can look at the trajectory of the Dallas Cowboys to tell when Dak started becoming that guy, when he started becoming that good. Because at first, if we was like if we was at the 1 yard line, they wasn't finna let Dak throw that ball. They finna hand that ball to Zeke, and you know what I'm saying. Then next time you know, when Dak got like that, we chunking that bitch like 40 yards off the 1 yard line. Real talk, I done seen it. Like real talk, like we backed up, and Dak come out there, boom, hit somebody in the seam and go crazy. Like that lets you know. I feel like the offensive coordinator lets you know how confident he is in his team. Like if he's like, oh, I'm finna be conservative right here. That just means he don't believe in what he got going on. That just means they limited. So don't get lost into that identity stuff. Like if you like that, they gonna do it. Like they gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they really are. They only stay true to that identity stuff 1,000% when they limited. Real time.
Now some teams stick with their identity.
Are they dope? Like I only pushback I got is like Saquon Barkley. I don't care what the situation is. I might hand him the football. It could be 4 for 20. I still might hand Saquon. I still might hand him the football.
Also, some teams commit for real. To a certain amount of attempts because they're trying to make sure they stay within their identity too. So like if you're a team that you basically trying to establish physicality, one of the best ways to do that is to make sure you run the ball. You see what I'm saying? That's why some teams commit to a number. Like we got to get 30 attempts because they want to stay within. They want to stay within their identity of physicality.
I feel like the only way we gonna get to the point where we that balanced to what I feel like y'all paint out for paint the picture y'all paint is that this O-line is just super dominant, bro. Because we talking about playing a football team to their strengths. What is our strength? Like we can say we see what they preaching, physicality and running the ball, but we see what our strengths are. The only way that we can make the strength on our football, what's our strength on our offense? What's the strength?
Right now I say I'm middle interior.
So you would say that's a strength over the passing game, over the wide receivers we got and the quarterback we got?
I say they right there the same.
But the only reason we can't say, I'm just saying, can you marry that with the running back though? That's what I'm saying, because you got to run with that. You see what I'm saying? Like, so the strength got to be the wide receiving core. So the only way I can feel like we gonna do exactly what we need to do, because I agree with y'all. We probably need to feature the run more and play off of it. But I feel like the only way we could do that successfully if this O-line is just dominant, because we don't trust the running backs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be dominant.
The O-line need to be dominant to the point where it don't matter who getting the ball. Then we can stay true to that. That's all I'm saying.
And I think we are right around now.
Our team is the wide receiver.
I think we right around it not mattering.
I hope so. And that'll just, we'll be at peace at that point.
Yeah.
We'll be at peace. Because if the O-line just good and the running back sorry, you know what I'm saying? It won't be as like, we won't be able to just parlay like that. We're going to be like,
and see, Landlord, that's why I call Booker a weapon.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
I still mean that. Because Zach Martin was a weapon. Lyle Collins at guard was a weapon. He was a weapon.
That old line was so gangster. It
Yeah.
was a weapon.
McFadden, I ain't gonna never forget, knock-kneed old ass McFadden.
Do y'all remember Dak sitting back there making sandwiches before he throw the ball?
Man.
We need that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dak wasn't even, bro, Dak wasn't as dope as he is now back then. Dak was sitting back there like, let me see.
You know how you get him like that?
I think I can throw the ball over there. Let me see. Boom. I did it. Like, he had time back there.
You know how you get that much time? Make that deep tackle lay down a couple times. I bet he's stuck on.
Yeah, you right. I'm with you on that.
Make his ass lay down, look up. You know how they doing
that make your quarterback way better. That make your quarterback so much better if he got time, because that's what you see out of Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Jalen Hurts just be sitting back there doing whatever he want to do.
He be chilling.
Then he can run. So he just take his time and just find somebody. Like it's crazy, bro.
He throws straight scramble drills. Straight scramble drills. Nothing in the middle of them.
That's what I be telling people. When you play them, send a DB or somebody at that boy, man, because he ain't scared of your defensive lineman at all. He know he can outrun them. He know he sit back there comfortable, like, yeah, let me see. Defensive lineman. I'm talking about even people like Micah. Real talk. He nimble. He nimble. He just gonna wiggle on Micah one time and he gone. So he just sitting back there comfortable. The one person I seen bother him was the Chiefs. And I think Baltimore did a few times too when they was sending DBs. That was giving Jalen Hurts hell right there. No lie. Yeah, sending them DBs out.
Micah spy. I bet Micah get his ass.
The thing about it though, Micah ain't nimble enough for Hurts. Real talk. Micah fast, straight line, but Hurts just do a little.
He don't break down. He don't break down well.
Hurts do a little wiggle, bro. It's over for Micah. You need somebody who can match his athleticism.
Overshow.
You need somebody like that or one of these DBs or somebody like that. Send a DB every now and then. I ain't saying all the time, but just send a DB at him.
Had him in the game in Dallas. He just couldn't get the tackle.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to fight against. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to fight against Hurts doing his little wiggle, and now you missed the tackle. A DB gonna be on him.
He's very strong. He's a very strong quarterback.
You know, when I play, you know how you stop dual threat quarterbacks? Interior pressure. That's
true.
How
they can't mess with that. They can't mess with that.
Yeah. The thing about that, you supposed to that pressure in the face. You're supposed to make him escape out the C gap. Make him escape laterally, you can go get his ass. If you make him escape out the B gap, that's why I be yelling on my damn screen with Dan Quinn and all. You know, when we just rush like with no integrity and we just going out there flat out. I used to hate that. Like, maintain your gap when you're going down there. Press the pocket because he ain't a good quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the pocket, and that's how you maintain it. There's ways to stop dual threat quarterbacks, but when we gonna finally have discipline to tell these guys,
that's a great point.
Press the
that's a great point.
You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you the old school way to do it?
How?
Decapitate him. The moment he break the pocket, you have one of your linebackers down the depth chart, blow his ass up. It doesn't matter if it's a penalty or not. Blow his ass up. Start a fight because you know they gonna clear the bench because you done knocked the quarterback out. He ain't gonna get his ass back up and do it again. You know, that's 90s football. You know, we can't do that. No, we can't do that now. But you know, that's 90s football. That's why they don't have all these. For real, that's why they don't have all these gaudy rushing numbers from back in the gap. If you go back and look at the rushing numbers back then, they were running quarterbacks then. They were going to die.
They gonna lay them out
like that.
They're gonna lay them out. But I love that though, like you said, man. One thing I hate about it is like we just talking about the pass rush. Like Jalen Hurts, I'm just using him as an example. He don't care about that outside pass rush like that. That's why when Michael rushed from the interior, it was so effective. Like when Michael rushed from the interior, they looking like, oh my God, what?
Because it's right now.
Like, what is going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was about to ask Lou, do we have that as a defensive line? But we don't. But we do send Michael. We deploy Michael from the inside at times too. And I hope Eberflus keep that up. You know what I'm saying? Because we need that interior push to the point where it's nothing you can do. Because if Michael beat your center real quick, it's like the quarterback is doomed. It's over. It's over. Now
He
he can get any quarterback like that if he rushes from the interior. I was much more speaking off of him coming on the outside. Like if outside pressure ain't nothing to a real quarterback, especially a mobile quarterback. They sitting up there, they just gonna step up in the pocket like you supposed to do and make the play. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Outside pressure ain't even nothing to Dak Prescott. When he was healthy, he had 9 runs over 10 yards in 2023. At his age, with his lower body injuries, he had 9 runs of 10 yards. Josh Allen last year only had 17, and he ran the ball 2 times as much as he did that year. So
let me be specific with it real quick, because I don't want to mislead people. Left tackle pressure is a problem sometimes because he can't see it.
Yeah.
But if he's stepping up in the pocket, he good. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. I know you're trying to reiterate. I'm just saying, like, any quarterback with a semblance of athleticism, if you allow them to step into up in the pocket, they can evade, they can hurt you. And I'm not trying to dog Dak. I'm just saying, like, he's not the runner that he used to be, and he can still hurt you like that with big gains and touchdowns and stuff like that. You know? So a guy like Jalen Hurts, he damn sure gonna kill you. That's a superpower. He's one of the best runners I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, and the best way to stop Hurts, I'm telling you, is interior pressure, because you don't have to get there. Funny enough, the main weakness with these running quarterbacks is their eyes. They abort their assignments so quick. All we want him to do is to look down on them eyes, like, you know what I'm saying? To like make him not looking across the middle at age and everything like that. That buys our back end time. That's the main thing we're trying to do. Now, and then maintain your rush lanes and squeeze the pocket. You got to squeeze him, you know what I'm saying, like a constrictor boa, like a snake. That's how you stop Jalen Hurts.
All right, man. I thank y'all for the lesson on Jalen Hurts.
Hey, we just talking about pressure.
You know how that conversation build.
Yeah. Thank y'all for teaching us.
Speaking of pass rush,
getting back to Brian.
Now boss wanna be mean. I'm gonna have to call you out. Cause look, I'm just finna mess with him real quick. You see, I was one of the people that's saying Sam looking like I believe in Sam. I see Sam. I'm not sleep on Sam. Did you see that boy get off matching up with Michael Parsons?
I ain't finna give you no credit, bro. You ain't give me no credit on Spann. Why would I give you? I'm a player like you. No, I ain't see it. I ain't hear it. I don't know nothing about it.
I ain't do that though. Look, all I'm saying is, if I was boss, I'd be looking for credit right now. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
No, I say this. Bars is sleeping on Sam.
They is. I'm telling you.
See, and people sleeping on that edge room. Our edge room is great.
The second best room, in my opinion.
What's the first?
Besides offensive line, I'll take it back. It's probably third.
I think that defensive end might be first.
I got receiver room first.
You got receiver first?
Yes.
You got more top players at receiver. CeeDee
Receiver
Lamb is
room.
like
What
the
about
third
corner?
best receiver in the league. Jordan
Corner
Pickens is
hurts,
like a
so
top
I
20.
ain't even counting them right now. I say receiver room. I say
Hell
offensive line.
no.
I say receiver room, offensive line, and then the edge room. It's close with the. It's close now.
When corner is healthy. When corner healthy is one of your top rooms.
But we can't say
corner underrated. Dante Fowler, Sam Williams.
Yeah.
Forgetting Marshawn Nealon.
Yes.
You know,
going into year 2.
No.
There's a Raku, and then when Micah,
they don't have the production.
And Micah.
Micah come tap them guys on the shoulder and say, "Hey, let me get this right."
Micah cool.
No, I'm just talking about listing the people out. You can name those 2 people. I'm just saying, when you going down the list like they like Easy ain't played a snap in the NFL yet.
You can't name Nealon or Easy.
And then Sam Williams ain't ever had more than 4 sacks in the season.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, we ain't gonna do that to Sam. We ain't gonna do that to Sam. We ain't gonna do that to Sam. We know Sam had them old itty bitty ass snaps. That boy hardly touched him. They had that boy playing Gunner, bro. We ain't gonna do that.
Okay, look.
You know why? You know why? Don't act. Hold on. Wait. Don't just say they had him playing Gunner and don't mention why. They couldn't trust his ass not to jump outside.
Nah, that's some bullshit.
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 Because you say the shit loud don't make it any truer. It don't.
I'm gonna ask y'all this.
So he ain't getting no snaps because he jumped off sides a few times, bro.
1,000
They had him in the doghouse.
Go back to the Buffalo.
Sure. They had him in the doghouse.
Go back to the Buffalo game too.
If we comparing the wide receiver room and the D line, the edge room, if CD and Micah are washed, who matching George Pickens after that? You gonna say Fowler? Fowler close, but he ain't matching.
Wait. See, that was some sneaky stuff you did. If they're watch.
What about the rest of the room?
No, we gotta do we gotta this is what we gotta do. You gotta say which one, CD or Micah.
Shit,
no, for that position.
CD.
CD a better wide receiver than Micah is.
CD is a better receiver than Micah is an edge. Yes.
In the grand totality of things, there's like There's like seven defensive ends with defensive player of the year.
Defensive ends that's doing better than Micah. Real talk.
Myles Garrett better, Nick Bosa better, T.J. Watt possibly better,
Max Crosby better.
Who better than CD?
Myles Garrett.
Wait, Max Crosby.
Chase.
Hell yeah.
Chase.
All right, let me. All right. See, this is the difference. This is the difference. Micah Parsons. Okay, hold on. Who is on the Hall of Fame pace right now?
Single-handedly.
Who's on the Hall of Fame pace right now?
CD Lamb.
Who can compare to the best?
He finna break every Dallas.
I said Hall of Fame, not no Dallas franchise.
CD Lamb.
Is Michael Irvin not a Hall of Famer? If he gonna break a Hall of Famer record,
No. You got 3 rings. You got 3 rings on Michael Irvin. That helps you with the Hall of Fame. Stop the cap.
Over
so what you said, Lou? What Lou said?
That's it. Who can compare to a best player in their position?
Man, Parsons.
Comparisons, man.
Parsons
relax with that shit.
over CD Lamb. Stop it.
Said it don't mean it's true.
The person that's on a faster trajectory to the Hall of Fame is Micah Parsons.
So y'all, boss, by default, bro. By default, I mess with Micah. I'm not saying it, but if we looking at the list, bro, CD is higher up his wide receiver list than Micah is on his defensive end list, bro. Real talk.
That don't mean nothing. And let's name it. Let's name it. Chase, you taking Chase right now, dog. You taking Chase right now over CD Lamb, aren't you?
Miles.
Only Chase.
Oh, you ain't taking Jefferson either?
Jefferson?
Nope. They numbers are damn the same. No, we're not taking Jefferson.
Hold on.
This boy. I hate team weapons, dog. I swear to God. I hate team weapons. They just can't help it. I can't.
I ain't taking Jefferson over. I ain't taking CD over Jefferson right now. I ain't gonna say that.
I'm not taking Jefferson.
But Chase, okay, name your people, and I'm gonna tell you mine. But I ain't gonna lie.
You named 2 people. Maybe 2 people. Either we give you Justin Jefferson, that's 2 people.
Only Myles Garrett. It's only Myles Garrett.
Insane. Have you seen the boy Henderson from the Bengals? His production way better. Max Crosby.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is better.
No, it's not. Micah is on a much faster trajectory than him, dog.
He's a dog, though.
We ain't talking about for their entire career. We talking about right this.
You got to, because you have to look at it like that. You can't just add up all the stats. Saxon ain't been playing way longer. You can't do it like that. You got to look at who is at a faster trajectory. And Micah is clearly on a career faster trajectory. And then on top of this, Micah didn't even play defensive end in college.
He was almost caught that.
What they got to do with the price of tea in China?
Because time out. Because we can't do this because it's going to be dominated by opinions. So we got to have tangible things that we going to compare this by. And some of the
who got the most all pros?
Some of the tangible things is
fuck no.
Production.
How many Michael Parsons got?
Who was defensive rookie of the year? CeeDee Lamb? Was he offensive?
Nah, not CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, I know. I know.
No.
But Michael was.
Wasn't that Jefferson?
Michael got
CD
3.
was the
They got the
third
same number of all pros. CeeDee Lamb
And the
got
tiebreaker is the
Michael
defensive
Parsons
player of the
got
year.
No, it ain't.
And Micah got it in less time.
Time out. So you taking Micah over Myles Garrett?
No, I'm taking Micah over CeeDee Lamb.
Let me go through my list. You taking Micah over Myles Garrett?
I said I'm taking Micah over CeeDee Lamb.
Can I go through my list?
Because that's the point.
Can I go through
That's
my
not
list
the
like I
point.
did?
No, that is the point because we was comparing groups. We was comparing groups. We was comparing the receiver group. That's what the whole thing was about.
No way you can do that.
We was comparing groups.
We said that CeeDee Lamb.
Didn't we start with the edge room as the most talented? That's the whole debate.
CeeDee Lamb was
You forgot the goddamn debate.
Michael Parsons was a damn pass rusher.
Between Micah and CD. I was
Because we breaking it down clip by clip.
You wanted smoke with that. I said it's a
Yeah, because we had to start with the top. We had to start with the two most significant weapons in the rooms.
Bro, Boss just wanted problems. Boss wanted violence. All we had to do is say that's a wash. I think everybody can agree with that. It might be slightly tilted either way. That's a wash, bro.
I ain't giving you nothing. You want me to give you a wash. I ain't giving you no goddamn wash. No, it's not a wash. I'm taking Micah Parsons over CeeDee Lamb.
Lou plays right now. Lou agree with me.
They both in the draft. Who you drafting? They both in the draft at the same time. Who you drafting?
They didn't even want
on
Michael
where we at with it.
I asked you a questions, bro. Both of them in the draft at the same time. Who are you drafting?
See, draft is different. Draft different, bro. It is.
Who affects the game mode?
I'm drafting wide receiver.
Who affects the game mode? Who affects the game?
Who affect the game more? The person
The
scoring.
dude that scored all your points.
What is you talking about?
Oh no, man! Come on.
You know better than that, bro. You dealing with a vet, bro. You dealing with a vet, man. You gotta relax. Who affect the game more? The dude who scoring the points.
Yeah, Parsons don't say no.
defense.
You're not gonna do this. I'm taking C. I'm taking C.
I can't believe this, bro. Y'all know in the draft you taking Michael Parsons. You know
How you
it.
gonna tell me what I'm gonna do? I don't know. I'm taking the wide
You
receiver.
better be trolling. Talking about some who was in the celebrity NBA basketball game. Michael, talking about
Alright.
case closed. Man, you better go on, D-Boss.
See, I don't like team weapons, bro. I swear I don't like y'all, bro.
Another one.
You see this guy?
I tried to keep
Number.
You are
talking
fake
about-
news.
I said
Wrong.
a wash. A wash is easy, bro. You got two super.
I don't
great
agree
players
with
in their
that.
position.
I would make the pick and it would be Michael Parsons.
How much
Now,
more? How much
see,
better?
I'm
would
fair.
Michael be
Y'all
than
not fair.
CD?
I'm
How
fair.
much better?
Y'all not fair. So,
How you fair? You started the fight.
nah. So, all right, here we
You
go.
wanted to argue.
Let me show you, cause we still talking rooms. I'm in context. Y'all not. All right, so here we go. Now let's talk about the second one. We still talking about the most talented rooms. All right.
We didn't even solve it.
No, wait. I said Michael Parsons. You said washed.
You wrong. That's what you are. You're wrong.
No, all right.
I can
listen.
name 5 defensive ends that's better and got better.
That's not
protection than
even.
Michael Parsons.
That's not even the
I
context, bro.
can't
That's
name 5 receivers.
and
better
you
than
wrong
CD.
on that. You
Name
wrong
5
as
receivers
hell.
better than CD. Name 5.
You so goddamn wrong.
Name 5
There's like
receivers
99
better than
defensive
CD Lamb.
ends with
Man, I'm not taking none of them over. I'm not taking none of them, but maybe Myles Garrett over Micah.
Maybe Miles.
So you're not taking TJ Watt.
Fuck
You
no.
ain't taking. You ain't taking.
No.
You ain't taking TJ. You smoking crack.
No, I'm not. Bro, these dudes been playing their position for a long time. Micah's still new to the position. Y'all, the upside on Micah is way bigger. What the?
You talking
about
about upside and everything,
They win
man.
defensive
Good
player of the year.
Upside
right now.
and production. It's both.
D-boy got
They already
defensive
doing.
players of the
They
year.
already doing what you want Michael Parsons to do.
Michael would have got defensive player of the year last year if he didn't get hurt.
How you gonna get defensive player of the year? The worst defensive
Man, he still got 10. Didn't he get 10 sacks and missed 6 games?
On the worst defense in the league, you're not getting defensive player of the
Bro,
year.
you is tripping, bro. Ain't no way we would have got no damn defensive player.
Man, he would have got defensive player of the year, man. That whole D was turned up when Michael was here. I can't believe y'all. I can't team weapons. Y'all just it's no ethics with y'all. Y'all have no ethics.
Hold on. You ain't got no hit.
All right, let's go to can we go to receiver 2?
No, because you losing and you want to change it now. No.
I'm trying to keep it about the context of the best room.
No. You said
so Pickens. I'm trying to help y'all with y'all weak ass argument. So who is the defensive end equivalent? Who's the defensive end equivalent to Pickens?
And Michael Parsons was here. Talk about turned up.
Fowler.
We don't have one.
Fowler.
We don't have
Fowler
one.
got 10 sacks. He got 10 sacks. I mean, that's the closest thing.
He close, but he's not what Pickens is to the receivers. He's not.
Why he not?
That's the only thing we got to compare.
Why he not? That's actually a good one, Lou. You didn't try to, but you put us back in the fight. See, I was finna give him that, but actually, Lou, you put us back in this fight. Good job. Because guess what? Fowler is comparable to Pickens. That's true. You right on that. Because when you give him the proper round of snaps, that's a 10-sack guy, bruh. That's equivalent.
Look, I said that to begin with.
So,
I said Fowler.
because we
I
still.
said that's the closest thing y'all got.
All right, so now you just killed yourself. You just shot yourself in the head. You want to see somebody that shot themselves in the head? This guy just shot himself in the head. Because guess what? From here on, it's all downhill for us. It's uphill for y'all. It's downhill for us.
Who wide receiver 3?
Right. See, once you start talking wide receiver 3 and 4, it's all defensive ends now, bro.
Who the question mark?
Jalen Tolbert led your team in touchdowns.
And touchdowns.
Oh.
Had more than 600 yards.
What your other defensive ends done did for you? You talking about
what Sam Williams did. If you talk
Sam
about
Williams
sacks,
gave you 4 sacks.
And I like Sam, but I'm just saying, if you talk about production, what have they done?
All right. We finna have us a keep it real test. No, hold on. Let's have us a keep it real test. Sam Williams don't get injured. Who you drafted? Him or Tolbert? Watch this.
Sam Williams was a second-round pick. He ain't did nothing. What's the difference?
Man, that ain't no good way to do it, bro.
I'm just. Oh my God. So you see how these boys don't answer question? Sam Williams ain't getting hurt. Who you drafted? Tolbert?
Bro,
we can't answer a simple ass question.
No, because
why are you trying to rewrite history to make a point about
something? When you go back to the draft, you erasing with everything they done. That's stupid.
No, it's not.
Do that.
No, you can't. Listen. Okay. 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 Cause see what you're doing. You hurting Sam Williams because of the injury.
Sam Williams
he got injured.
Okay, listen, cause we talking about now a healthy Sam Williams. All right, so I put it like this: I'm picking Sam Williams again over Tolbert all day.
I mean, that's fine, that's cool, but he ain't done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing.
He don't get the snaps. That's where you being fake, Henny. You being fake as hell.
I ain't being fake. When the man plays, he do okay from time to time. But the man got 4 sacks. I'm supposed to write home about that.
All right.
The man got 4
wide receiver 4, Mingo, or you taking Donovan?
Off the talent is going to be Donovan. I like what I said.
That's not a wash.
But Jonathan.
A wash?
A rookie is somebody who never done nothing.
I'm finna end the show, bro. This is some bullshit.
You got us all off track. We had like 50,000 notes. And we up here arguing about this. Why you do this?
Because I'm trying to show y'all that defensive end is the best room. It's the best room, not receiver.
Can we get back to the topic, man?
Nah, we
finna end the show, man. We done messed up.
This was so crazy. Listen, you can go back and find me numerous amount of times saying that after receiver, I'm super excited about the defensive end room. So it's right there. I'm just saying,
defensive end
right
room is better, dog. That's why I told you, after Pickens, it's over for y'all. Y'all ran out of bullets after Pickens. We still got plenty of bullets left. We still got plenty left.
Okay,
based
so
on
what?
potential.
We got Turpin too. What you gonna say about Turpin?
Kneeling.
And if you talk about talent, if you
Going
talk
into
about
year
Kneeling
2.
don't play.
Kneeling going into year 2.
Neely gonna play.
He didn't play.
bro,
You're
receivers,
doing a
So y'all gonna pick a receiver that's 80 years old over a guy going into year 2 with major upside, a second rounder.
Who's 80?
What about Jalen Brooks, Flournoy? Who you got for all them?
Oh,
my
God. You mentioned them?
I received them. Bro, I done heard y'all say good things about Flournoy. Now y'all want to
y'all when? What you heard me say?
We gonna be honest. We gotta be honest.
When? You heard me pumping up You heard me pumping up Flournoy. That's what you said?
I know for a fact Flournoy had a lot of people in the chokehold for a minute.
Not me. No, you debate me.
Now let me find out let me find out.
It wasn't me.
Cool when they do it. It's a
Them boy
gotta go out.
That's
how you go out.
He sounded like Sammy. It wasn't me.
So, hold on. So you never hyped up Jalen Brooks either, have you? I know on Jalen Brooks too.
Oh, hell no.
You too, Lou. Jalen Brooks and Flournoy.
We've been doing content for 2 years. When have you ever heard me say one thing about them?
I don't know about that, bro.
I ain't never been on with Jalen Brooks.
What, like, we've been doing content for 2 years. You can't remember me saying one thing good.
This is off the rails. Can we get back to football?
My boy
Can we
said,
get back to real
hold
football,
up.
man?
Nah, I'm finna end the show, man. Y'all
I'd rather have
fucking up.
Jalen Brooks on top over Jalen Brooks.
Nah, I ain't finna go through all them stats. You messed it up. You had all day to get your stats in, and I was trying to get y'all back on track. I was trying to get y'all back. I said I gave y'all the clue. I said I'm so glad we talked about Hurts. Can we talk about Bryant? And then what y'all want to talk? So I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna make it like a barbershop now. So we in barbershop mode. That's what we doing. That's what we doing now. So we done with the barbershop. It's no longer a format. It's no longer the thumbnail we supposed to be. Now we killed all that. When we start talking about Hurts, see, we killed that. I was trying to get us back on. Now you want to try to get back on point. Now I don't want to get back on point. You got me mad now. I ain't trying to get back on point now. Cause you goddamn you done lied on the defensive end room and you done pissed me off. So now we ain't talking about no Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay, give me this then. If you do feel like the defensive end room is better, so we'll say it's a 10 in your eyes. So what a wide receiver room is? Cause I think we fussing over some fractions. Cause I'm high on the defensive end room too. Huh?
3
what?
What we talking about? Fully healthy?
I'm saying like if you feel like it's a 10, your defensive end room. I'm just saying per se. How many notches down is the receiver room? Because I think we fighting over fractions. Because I'm super high on the defensive end room too.
That's a good point, Landlord.
That's what we doing. Like I'm telling. Like you can find me on the internet saying this. I am super ecstatic about the defensive end room. So it's not like I'm hating on them, bro. Like I know they got a potential.
Yeah, to a degree it is fighting over fractions. Because all these fights are close. They really are. CD Lamb versus Michael Parsons, that's close.
Come on, bro.
Pickens versus Fowler. That's close.
That one as close, but it's close.
Corner maybe another
close
fight.
enough.
Fully healthy. Corner's deep, man. When they healthy.
Corner deep. I said that already. You got 2 all-pro corners. You got multiple. You got a former first-round pick. You got I ain't gonna count Baby C, but you still got our boy.
Elam.
Just take Andrew Booth out the damn out the booth. You know.
Yeah. If you don't count
take him
Booth
out the
and you don't count Seatbelt. And you just look at Trayvon D, Revel. You got a lot of potential.
You can't count Revel yet
until he plays.
So I say this, man. I say this, man. I'm gonna go and get my.
That was fun though. That was a good discussion. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
good TV, real talk.
Yeah,
because it's like I'm telling you, that's why the debate got so heavy because we arguing over fractions, bro.
That's true.
It's almost like when I be talking about LeBron, bro. This man is.
It's a harder fight when it's a fight over fractions.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a LeBron fan, But I have to get so petty when I show people that he's not greater than Jordan. It's like I'm being so critical, but this dude is great, so I gotta point out every little single thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are doing a great debate, so you can't have hardly no warts, hardly no. You have a very small line margin for error, bro. So that's all I'm saying. Like, it sounds like I'm gonna be the biggest Brian hater, but we arguing over fractions, bro. That's all it is.
But that's you, bro. That's you, brother. Like, I'm not like that. That's you.
What you mean?
No, I'm messing with you.
I'm like, you not like what? I'm just that's like the most general thing ever. Like, what you mean? Y'all be want to fight me for no reason. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I think Hen did it and Lou did it. All I said is made a statement. They were like, I'm gonna give you some pushback. Y'all just want to fight me. Let's do it. I got some pushback. I'm just making a statement, bro. Like, let's fight then, man.
All right, here we go. Because listen, y'all.
I'm a good fighter, so I don't care about fighting. Let's do it.
This is my final word for this show.
Dang, boss, why you trying to deal?
It's time to go, because I gotta go to sleep.
Man,
it's your fault, Henny, bro.
You started this fight, boss. Who started the fight?
No, y'all started want to talk about this bullshit. I tried to give you the clue. I said, man, that was a good discussion about Hurts. Can we talk about Brian now? Oh, y'all being funny. Then y'all went right back to barbershop. So I was like, well, let's go.
Boss, you started the fight, though. I'd say that, to be honest.
No, I didn't, bro. Just because I defended the best room. The best room is defensive end, bro.
By a fraction.
Tell the truth, Lou.
Better is better. You should have just admitted it the first time. We never would have fought over it.
No, because I feel like the wide receiver room is better by a fraction. We fighting over fractions. That's all.
All right, so
just keep telling you that. Yeah.
All right, so let me get back focused on what we need to talk about. The way Jerry and them and Steven over here literally shopping for DTs at the UFL.
Oh my God.
That's what we need. So my final word is this. Swipe left.
No.
Swipe left. And I'm gonna be honest. I feel offended that we getting articles on UFL DTs. I feel offended. Then it's 3 texts on top of that. So I will say this on my final word to Brian. Ain't no way you can study Brian and don't see that he has a clear vision, that he's going to attack with the weapons. He's going to preach to protect the football. He's fighting to be competitive. He has a clear philosophy of leading through them trenches and the offensive line. And it's going to more so be about this whole time. Will they stay out the way? So my final word is this. Minicamp ended today. Boss vacation starts today. Y'all ain't gonna see Boss for a little while. For just a little while. Boss gonna take some time. I would suggest, if you can, do the same. This is a good time. Because, see, once we start, we ain't stopping. I'm going to just tell you right now. And I honestly don't want to do content when y'all ain't listening. Being honest. Everybody numbers finna go down right now. So, I don't want to put out my best work when y'all ain't listening. Just keeping it real. So, my final word is this. Y'all pray for your boy. I mean that. I pray for y'all that y'all come back healthy, prepared to fight, and let's get it. Let's get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get prepared to fight what we gotta fight to try to win this championship. That's my final word.
All right, cool. I have to depart, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock mine out real quick. So, hey, man, my final word is this, man. The Cowboys are super close to being a true tending team. You can compete right now with what you got, but to contend, to actually be in the running, to actually walk away with the Lombardi, you have to shore up a couple more things, man. You cannot go into the season without a true running back one, man. I know it sounds cool to say we got a committee, but man, that I ain't seen that win too many championships, man. Like the teams that have committees most of the time, they're not leading with the run. They can have some guys they can hand the ball off to, but they throwing the ball, man. When you look at teams, even in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, we are the Dallas Cowboys. We had Tony Dorsett, a Hall of Fame running back. We had Emmitt Smith, the all-time leading rusher in NFL history. Ezekiel Elliott was a 4th overall pick and won multiple rushing titles, made multiple All-Pro teams, man. We are not the franchise that got Billy Bob Thornton and some guys out the street running the football for no apparent reason. We are the team that actually invests and put respect on running back. And you need to get back to your roots, man. You need to go back home. Jerry Jones, you from Arkansas, man. You from the home of Derek McFadden and Peyton Ellis and them boys, man. You need to go out there, go back home. I don't know what y'all eat over there, man. You might be from northern Arkansas. You might eat some coon or some potatoes. I don't know what you eat. But I need you to go home, get some home cooking, and get back to your roots and run the football, man. Go get you a real running back so they can handle that load, give them the ball 300 times, and they can help Dak Prescott run into a championship, man. Stop the run. We need to stop the run, man. Shout out to Mr. Tony Castillas, man. He came on the show, did an interview with us back in the Gap, man. You had real investments in defensive tackle back in the Gap when you were winning championships, man.
Facts.
Nobody was running against the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s.
Nope.
You ain't have no game where they gave up 273 yards on the ground in no playoff game, man. Go get your mind right, man. Get your mind right, get your grind right, because that's how we won football games, man. So until you fix that, until you get a real one tech and put some respect on it, so you get your running back, not no Jaden Blue who couldn't start in college, not no Phil Moffitt with a fucked up ass shoulder, not no Javonte Williams with a knee made off of prayers, good thoughts, and get well wishes, not no damn Miles Sanders who had 55 carries last year and was a gadget guy. You were a $10 million gadget guy, man. You was a failure. So I don't need you on my team. I want winners around me right now, man. So don't talk to me about none of you guys, man. Go get you a real running back. Trade a 4th round pick for James Cook, but they still got the contract negotiations and stuff going on, man. Go get a running back that can run the ball, man. So that's my final word. Stop playing with me, man. I want to win.
Lou.
Yeah, my final word is stop playing with us, Cowboys.
Yep.
Stop playing. For real. I'm dead ass. Y'all want us to spend this money, everybody finna go to the training camp, but honestly, entire fan base need to go up to Stephen Jones and quote Big Worm. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Straight up. We are too close. Go get a damn DT. Why in the hell, when we asking for a damn DT, you go to the C team? All respect to all them big guys out there, but you going
the
to
dudes
the
who
C
just
team.
played a season.
And they just played a season. Do you not know ball? I'll answer that question for you. No, the hell you don't, Stephen Jones. That's why you piss me off every time. The difference between a University of Texas and UTSA is them big boys up front, and you want to go get you a big boy from the metaphorical equivalent of UTSA when University of Texas is sitting right there at you. Why? Psycha Ika I'm mispronouncing his name, just got cut. Bring him in so he can coach him and his brother. Bring in the bodies, but you it's like
you playing with us.
You know we ain't gonna accept this, but you still do it. This is why I hate the football you, not just you, the football you.
Yeah.
You be playing with our emotions and you only want to move when them dollar move. I hate that these are the people who are leading my football team.
That's right.
Leading my football team, and they want to look up there and look goofy eating a damn steak from that damn press box. Be pissing me off when we looking goofy. We still can't stop the run because we're running. Aaron Whitecotton had 5 damn interviews saying he wants high effort, he gonna have rotation, everything like that. But this is why y'all doing it. See, this is the reason why this is why that we gotta fight Cowboy Nation, because this mindset ain't left yet. This is the shit Voss was talking about. See, we didn't got George Pickens and pushed Toba all the way down like a damn pancake. But as soon as we get Jay from UCLA, you want to immediately go to the damn UFL. Why is that? Why is that? You want to prop up another lie. This is why we fight y'all so hard, Cowboy Nation, when y'all come up here and be filling us up with lies, coming up under my work that I took time to edit this motherfucker, to take time to clip up this shit and tell you the truth about these players, and you tell me, nah, he ain't like that. When I'm showing you him ain't like that, and you still telling me this is what we get. That's my final word. Wake up, Cowboys. Wake up, Cowboy Nation, or we gonna be right back here when the playoffs start, November. Yeah, go on in and plan for Cowboy, because we gonna be right there with them. Because y'all ain't gonna get serious. That's my final word.
Thanks. And my final word, I think I usually say this every offseason. Don't forget the offseason in season. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get so enthralled by some of the moves that we make and then forget some of the voids we still got on this football team. Like, don't forget it, bro. Like, don't forget that Steve and them up here going to the UFL trying to get a defensive tackle. Don't forget this. Don't forget they trying to do running back by committee in the offseason. Because soon as the season start and these positions start screwing us over and we start losing games because of it, we totally forgot how they neglected this stuff in the offseason. So you build a championship team in the offseason. That's the way it's done. That's how we should do it. And we got to put pressure on these boys to make the right moves, man. I'm sick of losing. I want to win. I'm a winner. I don't know about y'all. I feel like I'm a winner. I've won in a lot of different other aspects in life, and I want to keep doing it, especially with my football team. I wear this star with pride. I can't speak on nobody else. I still have my head high. I still argue with everybody. Quick story. No lie. The other day, I'm new to the department that I'm at work, so I don't know every big supervisor and big manager in here. So I'm going to say that. But I walked in the office, and the dude, I got on a Cowboy shirt because I always be Cowboy down. He like, why you got on that Cowboy shirt? You trying to get in the supervisor good graces? Because we got another supervisor that's a Cowboy fan. So he like, you trying to get in his good graces? I'm like, nah, I'm a true Cowboy fan. So I'm up here janking this dude like he a Bengals fan. I'm like, y'all ain't never did that. I'm going hard like barbershop talk. And this the biggest boss almost in the company. I ain't even know. I'm up here going at his throat. That's how we is about the Cowboy, bro. I'm on my life. I'm like, bro, y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't never won nothing. I'm in here going at him, bro. No lie. And I ain't know who he was yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went at him like he was a normal employee. That's how we is about
boy,
these Cowboys,
tripping.
man. I stay, bro, listen, no lie. I wear this stuff with pride. This stuff really for real about me, bro. Anybody that know me, they know how I'm coming about the Cowboy, bro. So I feel like this organization need to get that pride back. We need to make sure we going hard about this, man. Make sure we do the right moves. Like Boss said, we close. We got to execute, bro. When we don't squander this opportunity. We feel like we close. We done built a decent team. Let's go make it a great team. Let's make it a championship team and get these rings. That's my final word.